You'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improved mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find that your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make the change for good. Your initial visit includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300. Or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Well, I'm 67 years old. I lost 71 pounds. I was a size 46 pants 2 years ago, and I've been taking it, and I'm a size 36 pants now.
Congratulations, Pat, on losing 71 pounds and 10 inches off your waistline. Now listen to Brian's results.
My sleeping is better. My joint pains are much better, and the weight loss is coming along. I'm about 13 to 14 pounds lighter. It has reduced my sugar cravings big time. Sugar cravings and reduced joint pains, and those two are big time.
Outstanding results, Brian. Guys, since 2004, men have chosen Andro 400 for one reason: results. Andro 400 can help you safely lose belly fat, reduce joint pain, gain energy, and boost your testosterone. We guarantee it. Start today and get free shipping on any order. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts. Only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have seen plenty of rain so far today, but there is more on the way. We will continue to see showers and storms through about noon. We'll see a little bit of a break in the rain, and then mid-afternoon to late afternoon, we'll start to see some more showers bubble up. These will likely be the storms that we're tracking for some severe potential.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $250 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends June 14th. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword check at realradio921.com. That's check. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse on a rainy Monday. If it rains any day, the worst day for it to rain is a Monday. It's tough enough to come back to work, but when it rains on a Monday, it sucks for most people. I hope you took care of your mom, because it was Mother's Day yesterday. Every day is Mother's Day. You should always thank your mother and your father, but Mother's Day seems to be a little bit bigger than Dad's Day. Everybody in the restaurant business yesterday, hats off to them, because I'm sure they're dead tired and did a great job, but I hope you did something nice for your mom. If you did something nice and you want to tell us about it, you can call us at 877-927-6969, or you could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Panthers won last night, thank God. Woo, my God, you're right. That was a tight game. All these games have been close. All these games. Special shout out to my friend Tim's son, who's about 15 years old. I had a conversation with him about the NHL, and he told me so many good things about the Dallas North Stars. So I bet him last night that they had the best goalie, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I need something bet. I'll bet them, and they won 5-2. So Besso, shout out to him. We appreciate that. We'll talk a little bit about the UFC weekend, what happened there. NBA playoffs, they continued on. A lot of craziness there. Boston finally did step up against the Knicks. There's game 4 tonight at the Garden at 7:30. Panthers are a big story, though. Thank God they won 2-0. So that series is now 2-0, which is great. Dominic's in the house.
What's up, G-Man?
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. Busy weekend, lots of sports. Went to the casino also.
Did you go down to Hard Rock?
I was at the Hard Rock Saturday. Beautiful day.
I saw your videos. What was the talent like down there?
Oh, neck breaking for sure.
neck brace city?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was waiting for my phone to ring saying, hey, I need some cash.
I was wondering where you were at, man.
I went the other way.
Yeah.
I went to Coconut Creek. I think I got some sound going on here, but it says no. I don't. Do you hear any feedback?
Yeah, I hear your iPad.
It's not on. It's off.
Yep.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was wondering how to Hard Rock. It looked crowded.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 2 p.m., it was busy. Like,
Jam.
the tables were packed and everything.
Yeah, Jim. And now what time did you stay till?
Like 7, about, yeah.
Ooh. Wow, that's a long day. Franny's out today. So we'll see what happens with everything. But so there was a lot of talent down there. Did you do any sports betting?
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, over the phone?
Yeah, because I just did it on the phone, right?
Oh, okay. You didn't do it. You didn't go inside. Let me ask you, UFC, did you watch that?
Oh, yeah, the whole night. I mean, it was great. I was killing it with bets, and then
nice.
until the last fight.
Oh, God.
And the last fight is what got me. But
who was in the last fight? Was that the final?
Yeah, that was the Muhammad versus this other guy, and the challenger actually won.
Really?
Yeah.
So you bet the favorite, obviously.
Yep.
Was it a big surprise? Was he a big favorite?
The one thing that had me on the favorite that I was worried about is that he's Muslim, and he's been doing the Ramadan, where they kind of like don't eat for a while.
Yeah. And you thought that was going to affect him?
Oh yeah, I thought that. I was just like, I feel like that would affect anyone.
Sure.
And
do you think?
And he also got a little cocky. He was saying, "Oh, I'm going to fight. I don't want to do as much wrestling. I want to show off my hands." Of course, that backfired.
So you got to tell him he owes your money. Say what's up.
Yeah, next time I see him.
Yeah, Dana White was there, of course.
Oh yeah.
Another packed house that they had, which is unbelievable. UFC's huge. I mean, a lot of people had it on. Obviously, pay-per-view. Monroe's, we told everybody to go there.
Yep, they had that big event.
Yeah, and remember, all the knockouts are at Monroe's. So if you want to see a knockout, go there. But all the knockouts are there. Panthers won, thank God, 2-0. Started. It was only 1-0 for a while, and I thought, just praying that they were going to get a W. They can't lose. It's such a difference one game. You're down 3-1 or 2-0, night and day. For a team. So thank God we did win. But again, the Panthers going to have to win a game on the road.
Yeah.
If they want to win the series, it's pretty cut and dry. They got to win one. So maybe game 5 when they go back up to Toronto, they get that win, come back down here for game 6. A game 7 in a home, away is very tough to win. Not impossible, but we'll see. Goalie played great last night, obviously, for the Panthers. Great crowd as always. They're always packed. We are at home in the Panthers. Game 5, I believe, is Wednesday night in Toronto. I think that's what it is. I think it's Wednesday night in Toronto, and you could hear that on Real Radio. I believe it's Wednesday night. I could be mistaken. Maybe it's Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday as the Panthers take on.
It is Wednesday at 7 p.m.
There it is. Panthers Wednesday at 7 p.m. They'll be on. And again, the series is tied 2-2. This is what you got to do, man. The playoffs go back and forth. Nobody's really ahead right now. It's tied, obviously. The home teams have won. They've whole court. And it's not a series, like Pat Riley says, until somebody wins on the opposing side. So it's going to be interesting. Celtics finally did blow out the Knicks. The first 2 games, they had leads by 20. And Saturday, they crushed them, and they didn't give up the lead.
Nope.
What's the guy for Barstool? Portnoy?
Dave Portnoy.
Oh my God, his stuff, like he goes after the Knicks fans, the celebrities that are Knicks fans. He's got a shirt on that says Celtics in 6. He's crazy.
Yeah, Dana White's also a big Celtics fan.
I know, he was at the game. Yeah, and I'm a fan of the guy from Barcelona. Very good. He does the pizza thing, but yeah, they're true blue. He's true blue Boston. I mean,
both of them.
Yeah. He loves obviously the Patriots, but the Celtics, and he was calling out all the stars sitting courtside. Sting, Ben Stiller. I mean, everybody he called out. which is crazy that he does that. So hopefully his team goes back and wins, because that's going to be some egg on his face. Number is 877-927-6969. You can call us. Maybe did something nice for your mom. What happened with the Panthers? Were you a believer, or you're like, I'm not sure? Because it does, when you go down 0-2, you lose a little faith, and some people do. The fans get a little bit like, I don't know. But, yeah, last night, again, packed arena. Seats were expensive. I know a couple people went down there, had a great time. It's a great atmosphere. But you got to win. I mean, that's it. You cannot go down 3-1 because it's so hard to come back 3-1 in any best-of-7 format. I mean, it really is. But UFC, my buddy's going. I think he's going. When is the next one in Vegas?
Probably end of June. That's when I want to go.
Yeah, one of my friends was telling me over a weekend he's going in June, and he's like, Greek, you should go. I said, yeah. I said, Dom loves it. I said, he does. But they're all-night events, right? Don't they start like 7?
Oh, well, in Vegas, it will start actually like 2 p.m.
Oh, in the afternoon?
Yeah, and it ends at about around 10.
Wow, that's a long day.
Yeah.
Woof.
Because the pay-per-view over there, because, the time difference, it actually starts around like 6 p.m.
Wow, that's long. Holy God, I can't believe it. That is definitely long. Oh, man. That's definitely a long day. As my phone is pinging, people are asking me to go to Vegas. I'm like, what is going on? Did you have a nice day with your mom?
Oh, yeah. It was great, Just relax. We went out for breakfast, like I said.
Nice.
Yep. I got her a nice little balloon.
Nice.
I got her a massage as a gift.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So she'll get a nice little massage.
Oh, you're a good man, Domster. I appreciate that. Way to be. Way to take care of your mom.
Did you give Jules a call?
Of course. I called her.
You call her every day, but.
Yeah, I called her 3 times yesterday. The second call, she's like, who's this? I'm like, it's G. She's like, I thought it was your brother. No, she was fine. She's hanging in there. I mean, she's fighting the fight. Not doing well, but trying her best, and attitudes are everything in life if you have a good attitude. Bill Belichick is going to be on Good Morning America this week.
Uh-oh.
His girlfriend was in a beauty pageant contest this week. She took 3rd place.
You think she'll be right there next to him? Good Morning America.
I don't know. I don't know if that stops.
Hold up, Bill. Stop. It's my turn to talk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that stops now. Like Alec Baldwin's wife, she does that. I don't know. He was there in attendance. He was there. She went for Miss Maine. She was the favorite, but she did not win. She came in second runner-up. Some people said she didn't look happy.
I thought she came in 3rd, right?
Yeah, she came in 3rd.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We'll see how Belichick is on Good Morning America. Whether or not she's with him or not, I don't know.
The reports I saw said Bill Belichick was not happy with the results of the pageant.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. It's just a different kind of Belichick. It makes news. Like, when have you even thought of Maine pageant? Nobody even cares. All of a sudden, this girl's in it, and it just shows you what certain people's name can do. Nobody cares really about Miss America. I'm sorry, they just don't. Miss World, like, whatever. But she's in Maine, in some small town up there, and everybody's reporting on it. It's good for all the girls there. The other girls, because you get notoriety that you would never get. But, yeah, when Belichick was there in the audience and clapping away and doing his thing, and I don't know. It's a crazy scenario. I want to see him on Good Morning America, though. I want to see if he's if she is with him or not. And what happens with North Carolina? I mean, if they don't have a good season, I think he's, I don't think he'll, I don't think he's going to stick around. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be like, hey, I'm going to stick around for this. I think it'll be one and done. If that, we'll see. Maybe, and they only won 6 games last year. The ACC is not a good conference, so who the hell knows what's going to happen with that? We'll see. It's going to be interesting. But, yeah, everybody's talking about her being in there and getting 3rd place. 56% of Americans approve of the new pope. Also, we told you last week that a lot of people bet on the Bears to win the Super Bowl because of that. That is crazy. We're going to talk to Brady Matthews later today. We'll talk to him. He's probably one of the biggest Bears fans I know, including one of our bosses. And it's so funny when, like, guys, same team. Brady met our big boss one day with me, and they're both from Chicago, and they started zapping it up. And, oh, yeah, Bears and all that. And people bet. We talked about Jason. Friend Gator said if you bet Villanova, because that's where the Pope went to college, and the Bears and the Cubs for $1, it paid $4,700, which is crazy for $1. All 3 probably not happening, but for $1 and just to take a shot. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, if you're going to do it and it gives you a little bit more confidence to put some money down, go ahead. For me, no, I wouldn't even think of that scenario. Like I said, like I'm going to bet the Bears because the Pope's in Chicago, but people do. And they end up doing okay with it. So I don't know. Diddy's second week of trial starts today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that and the jury selections. That's going to go on, I think, for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking a couple months. Easy. Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe by the end of the summer?
And I heard that it's not going to be televised, too.
Oh, no, it's not?
Yeah, just because there's those anonymous, people in there that don't want their names getting out. That's not going to be on television.
All right. That's good for them. I mean, it's because that's part of it. You don't want to have any repercussion. I mean, reporters will be in there and sketch artists.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll be sketching them or not, but yeah, it's week 2 of the trial, and they got to go through jury selection, and we'll see what happens with that and where it all ends up. Everybody's got a different opinion, but it's up to the jurors what they decide and what it is. I mean, again, I'm still surprised when all this went down that he didn't get on a private jet and just take off and never hear from him again.
Yep.
The feds offered him a deal, but he decided to fight it. He said, I'm going to fight this. So we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. I don't know. 877-927-6969. You did something nice for Mom. Let us know. Panthers, what were you thinking? Now do you feel comfortable about them? Can they go up to Toronto and win a game?
I think so.
Yeah, well, like I said, they got to win one. There's no choice. They don't win one game, it's over. Last night, and all these games have been very close, by one goal. Last night, 2-0. That was the largest victory in the 4 games.
I think so, yeah.
They were all 1-goal games, and then last night with the 2-0 game. But yeah, the Panthers have a great fan base down here, and it goes to the adage when people say, about the Marlins and they can't put a good product out there, people come, and people want to be around a winner. They just do. They love being around a winner, and the Panthers got a chance for a 3rd year in a row to get back to the Cup. I mean, they're not even halfway there, so it's a little early to talk. But there's a lot going on.
And those tickets sell now.
Oh, forget it. They're expensive.
Anywhere like in that stadium, even at the 300s level, it's $100, no problem.
My friend's got Game 6 tickets. He's behind the where the hell is he? About a goal, and he paid $750 each for Game 6, like 20 rolls back. Secondhand market, but yeah, that's a lot. $750. I was like, when he told me, I'm like, Minga, that is a lot. I put the $1,500 on the game. I definitely would.
Did you watch any of the NBA yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you see that super slow, no scoring first quarter for the OKC Denver game?
Oh, it was brutal. 17-8.
Oh, I had the over in points, and that game started just for the first quarter, and just seeing how slow the game was going, I was like, oh my god. That bet's gone.
I saw the end of the game when billions of dollars are bet, and the guy for Denver hit a 3 because the Thunder were laying 7, and they ended up winning by 5. It was brutal. He drops the ball, picks it up, and banks it in. And at the time, they were winning by 7. Oh, if you had them, that made you sick. Sick. Those shots at the end of the game when you're gambling in basketball are the worst to deal with. They really are. And it was a far shot. And he comes up, banks it right off the glass, and just like that. And I'm sitting next to somebody, they go from, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. It was a shot. It really was. Yeah, that was a brutal first quarter. 17-8. All I watched all weekend, it seemed like, was teams missing threes.
Like, how do you only score 8 points? Like, that's
terrible. And they almost won the game. I mean, it was close. They won. And then last night, the Cavs destroyed the Pacers. I mean, the Pacers destroyed the Cavs. Yep. Mitchell went out in the second half, but at halftime, I think they were winning by 40.
Yeah, it was 80, I think, 39.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, again, the playoffs are just like everything else. They're very hard to figure out. We'll see what happens tonight. Minnesota taking Golden State. I think Minnesota does it tonight. Golden State, Jimmy played great the other night, 30-something, but that's tough to come back-to-back.
No Steph tonight, right?
No, he's out. Steph's out. He might not come back for the series. I mean, he's got a bad hamstring. It's going to take him some time. But the Knicks and Boston, 7:30, that'll be the big game. And we'll see if Boston can hold court and see if they can quiet the Knicks fans down. The Knicks lose tonight, it's 2-2 then. Then you got best of 3. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, Boston came out early, fast, was up like 15.
Hitting threes.
Yeah, and that was the whole difference. They just hit their threes. I mean, when you don't hit your threes, you're not going to win. So we'll see. I'm excited to watch that game tonight. But give us a call about anything you did for your mom. What do you think about the Panthers? Also, why does Mom's Day get so much more than Dad's Day? Father's Day is the back burner. There's no doubt about it. Mother's Day is it. I mean, everywhere I went yesterday, people were just in and out, buying flowers, balloons, cards, everywhere. You seen it. Supermarkets, CVS. It's crazy. The casino, no. You didn't know it was the casino's the only day you don't know it's a holiday. And I've been in the casino on every holiday of my life. The only time you know about Christmas is because they put up Christmas decorations.
Decorations, yeah.
But if there was no decorations, you wouldn't know what day it is. Like yesterday's Mother's Day, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know Easter. You wouldn't know Father's Day. I don't think you even pick up 4th of July. Christmas is Thanksgiving, you don't know. Not at all. Christmas is the only day because they have the stuff and they have a tree and stuff like that. But besides that, you have no clue. You walk in, it's like any other day. And I'm shocked when I walk in, and I'm one of them. Like, the place is packed, like last night. And I'm like, you think, like, isn't anybody with their family?
Yeah, I walked in Saturday at 2 p.m. I was like, wow, this place is packed for 2 p.m.
Yeah.
You know?
Very young demo, though, too. And they also, obviously, they promo the hell out of it. Everybody knows. But, yeah, you would think, like, it's July 4th weekend, or Memorial Day or something like that, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can't even get a spot.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Preakness this week, we'll talk about that. Only 9 horses, which is good. Also, the jockey for the winner of the Kentucky Derby got fined $62,000 for whipping the horse more than you're allowed to. He hit the horse 6 times. You're not allowed to do that. So he got fined $62,000 and banned from the Derby track a couple days. But, yeah, that came out the other day. I guess he used the whip 6 times. You're not allowed to do that. 20% of his purse.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is.
That's no, whatever. But yeah, they're watching. Don't think they're not, but they were watching. I was surprised, like when something like that happens, that they almost don't get disqualified, but they can't because all the millions and millions of dollars
of money that's been on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's something that should be determined after the race. 5 minutes after, not 7 days later.
Yeah, that's a little late now.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing they can do now. He gets fined, and that'll be it. But, yeah, he got fined, and he got banned the next couple days at the Derby. He couldn't run at Churchill. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. I know it's rainy and sucks, but guess what? Still got the best weather in the world. It's supposed to rain next couple days. Got a keyword this hour. What was the keyword, Don?
The keyword was check.
Check. There it is, baby. CHECK. Check. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, the Taliban have gone too far.
Just now?
When I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Looking good along your expressways this morning. 95 in the Turnpike, currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. Got an accident on Okeechobee Boulevard at Bay Winds Drive, blocking the right lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in the shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy. Because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Pay.
It's the Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. 2 bets facing off. Winning side splits $250K in bonus bets every single day. Time to pick a side. Team underdogs or team favorites. Team over or team under. There's one way to settle this. Hard Rock Bet, Battle of the Bets. Pick a side for $1. Win your share of $250K or more today. Prize pool will be paid out in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe and Palm Beach. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, beautiful ladies, full bar, full liquor, and full nude. And if you're a sports fan, I can't think of a better place to watch sports or UFC. And coming up Memorial Day weekend, free entry and a drink for all military. Reserve a table today. It's Monroe and Palm Beach. Entertainment 7 days a week. Beautiful ladies 7 days a week and open to 5 a.m. It sounds like a perfect night. Monroe and Palm Beach. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, and of course, beautiful ladies. Peace.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is America's busiest ballpark, with Florida State League baseball games 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday, with a special promotion every game. For tickets, schedules, and more information, stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we fight for you, making sure big insurance doesn't throw you a curveball. With over $25 billion recovered, we're the home run hitters you need. This is gone!
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan is responsible for this ad. John Morgan is licensed in Florida and Tennessee. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds, through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at Hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/radio. That's Hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have seen plenty of rain so far today, but there is more on the way. We will continue to see showers and storms through about noon. We'll see a little bit of a break in the rain, and then mid-afternoon to late afternoon, we'll start to see some more showers bubble up. These will likely be the storms that we're tracking for some severe potential.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings are in full bloom at Lowe's. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Shop these savings and more at Lowe's. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Hawaii and Alaska. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Made for this
This Mountain exists to empower listeners to rise above their struggles and face the mountain in front of them. So during Mental Health Awareness Month, focus on your emotional well-being. Tune into the podcast and climb that mountain.
You will never be able to change or grow through the thing that you refuse to identify. The thing that you refuse to say, hey, this is my mountain. This is the struggle.
Listen to Made for This Mountain on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Made for This Mountain.
Hey, Greek, if you want #1 in water filtration system, it's a Leany water filtration system.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's Monday, it's raining, and it sucks. But guess what? We'll get over it. Rain will be here for a couple days, and then it'll go out, and it'll be the best place to live again with the beautiful sunshine and great atmosphere. Franny's out today. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
And it is time for the first Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, of course, we got to talk about the Cats. Meow. They won last night 2-0. My cat sounds sick as they beat Toronto. And the Stars won 5-2. Hats off to the Stars. First time I did a first last night. First time ever I bet that team in hockey.
Oh.
Ever. So I'm 1-0. I'm done. And again, I wouldn't even have bet the team if it wasn't for my son. Listen to me, my buddy's son who gave me the heads up. But again, the Stars did win. Panthers won 2-0. The series is tied 2-2. We go back to Toronto. Got to win. And we got to win a game in Toronto. Simple math. It's like I said Saturday. If you're listening to the show, it's Mother's Day. I assume you got a mom. We got to win in Toronto to win the series. Pretty simple. Yankees are hitting the ball, but Aaron Judd is on fire. He's batting .409. Crazy. All the Yankee fans who were bitching about him getting paid a lot of money, he's not worth it. He's on his, if he keeps up this pace, forget it. He'll win MVP again. But I mean, he's just crushing the ball. He really is. Yesterday, 4 for 5. I think he's got 14 home runs and 39 or 40 RBIs. Just unbelievable. And it's not even like it's the second week of May.
Those stats are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's just crushing it. It really is. Got married. I guess it's agreeing with him. Got his teeth fixed. So I think those two things are helping him. But yeah, crushed it. We talked about the NBA tonight. Boston taking on the Knicks again, 7:30. Excited for that game. Anytime the Knicks and Boston. I never thought I would root against the Knicks. I did. Like, I can't even imagine. I remember as a kid going to the Garden and they lost. I would be like crying in the car, my dad, and I'd be like, oh, my God, they lost. Now I'm betting against them. Man, things change.
You're betting against them tonight?
I don't know. I might take tonight off. I'm going to dinner with somebody, and I got to focus. By the way, I have not got my credit card back, if anybody's concerned.
Oh, really?
No, but we did talk. Hasn't been used. I am checking every morning. I call American Express every morning. We'll get into that later. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. The Knicks tonight, 7:30, laying 6.5 again.
You want some Knicks fans?
Yeah, get them here.
We need 3 more wins. Let's calm down.
As New Yorkers, we can see into the future. Hey, go New York, go! Let's go Knicks, baby, let's go! Knicks and 5, Knicks and 5! Let's go Knicks! My king, I salute you, my king!
Feeling good, man. Tatum, light skin curly-headed bitch.
New York on top, what's up, baby? You Boston.
New York fans going crazy. They'll be going crazy again tonight. All the celebrities will be there courtside. Spike Lee's there. Sting was there on Saturday. They had them all there. Everybody's going crazy. They said there was the biggest Knick game in the last 25 years. It's pretty sad when you think about it. Biggest one in 25 years, but they ended up getting smacked by Boston. I'm sure Boston loves that going in. Excited for it. We'll see them tonight. Tonight's big. The Knicks can pull out tonight and they be up 3-1. I just don't see it. I just don't. Minnesota's taking on the Warriors without Steph Curry. I mean, Golden State put up a good battle the other night. but I don't see a lot of that happening tonight. I see Minnesota winning tonight and in a convincing fashion, and that game will be late. Yankees, like I said, the Mets ended up winning. Marlins, bad weekend in Chicago. Marlins starting to drop a little. They start off good, but White Sox are not a good team, and they had a bad weekend in Chicago. Rockies fired their coach after a 7-33 start. I think the guy should get a beer because we bet against them almost every day. They did win yesterday, the Rockies. It's funny. When it happened to the Pirates the other night, there's a trend in baseball. When a manager gets fired, the next day, the team wins. And it happened over the weekend twice. Atlanta, was Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Friday night, they won. The manager got fired. And then the Rockies on Sunday, they won over the Padres after getting beat 21-1.
Ouch.
It was bad. Great Trifecta is sponsored by Polar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. I was there yesterday having breakfast. I did a little video. Very quiet, though, because I didn't want everybody turning around because they were having their breakfast. But I had a great time at Pollard. They got Dubai chocolate right now, a great latte. It was awesome. You would have loved it. But Pollard, always a great place in Deerfield Beach and Cove Shopping Plaza. But I got down there yesterday. I try to get down there at least once a week, sometimes twice. But I love their lattes, and I had a good time. You can call us at 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved. Talk about the Panthers. What do you think now that it's 2-2? Can they get a W, and can they win this series? Jason might join us a little while from the Gators, see what he thinks. He's the ultimate Panther fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what I'm going to get from him.
He was at the game this weekend.
Was he really?
I believe so.
Was he there last night?
I don't think last night. I know he was at one of the games. I saw him post on Instagram from the game.
Okay, so I'll ask him about being there. The Panthers have great fans. They really do. I mean, I think they had the third best attendance in the NHL this year. NBA lottery draft is tonight. And that's not the actual draft, but it's going to be the lottery, see what teams are in order. So we'll see what happens and who gets the Duke star.
Who gets Cooper?
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. That's going to be interesting with them. And again, you never know how that ball drops. I mean, it goes back to years and years ago when the Knicks got Patrick Ewing.
Do you think he'll be like a star or like a role player?
I think he'll be very good in the beginning. Yeah, I think he will be good. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be like a big star. I think he'll be good and contribute. I see him first year, maybe 15, 16 points. And he's so young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's only, 20 now? He's 20 years old. He's young. I mean, he's going to be a great part of any franchise. He has no bad habits. Seems to be focused. He's not on social media like out and about, driving a car 165 miles an hour in a Tesla or a Lamborghini. Seems like he comes from a good family, so I think he's pretty much on point. He got paid last year at Duke, so I would be surprised if he gets into any off-the-field stuff. Because anytime you get involved, whether it's your job, a regular job, or you're a ball player or anything, when off-the-field affects you or out of the office, it affects your job.
Oh, of course.
I mean, people don't think it does. It does. You go through stuff in your life that's bad. Not good, bad. You know what? It's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your job. So when these kids get, these young guys get involved with, getting girls pregnant, getting pulled over, getting the fights, all that stuff.
Car accidents.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes away because all the drama is not on you and your sport. It's about your personal life. And anytime you're doing something, I would believe this if I was an agent, and they're not talking to you, Dominic, about basketball, and we're talking about you something else, not good. Even dating. I mean, even if you're dating somebody, you want to date somebody famous, you know what? That's going to come up. You see with Kelsey. It's just everything it is. So, I mean, when it takes away from your main goal in life, and that should be the message to everybody, then don't do it. We don't listen, all of us. Nobody does. But I'm saying if it takes away from your achieving your goal, and successful people that are point on, like there's no nonsense, they don't let anything affect it. I mean, that's their goal. That's it. Nothing affects it. They're not, whether it's drinking, girls, drugs, going out, nothing. They're focused. They're working on their craft every single day. I don't care what it is. You could be a lemonade stand owner. That's it. You just worry about that. So I do think he doesn't have any of that stuff. Now, when he becomes a pro, is it going to be different? Yeah. A lot more money, a lot more fame, stuff like that. Depends what city he goes to. But I think he'll be okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I never heard articles or read anything, read articles where he's got like an entourage and You don't hear that. You know what I mean?
No,
So
not in the wrong crowd or anything like that.
yeah, so I think he should be right on point. I think he'd be a great pick for a franchise. I think anybody's going to want him. I think he'll go first, number one.
I could see what you said, like 15 points his starting year.
Yeah, starting year, 15, 16, around there. Again, he played a couple of years ago with the pros, and he was in high school. So I think he's very, very good. He missed his senior year. I don't even, you know what? I take that back. I don't think he's 20. Yeah, you look it up. He might be 18 or 19 because he missed last year, was supposed to be a senior year of high school, and he missed that, and he went to Duke. So I don't know how old he is. Maybe he is only 19. But, yeah, he's going to be a stud. I think he'll be, as time goes on, he'll get better and better.
Google says he's 18.
18, okay. There it is. Yeah, he misses last year of high school. So, I mean, that's unbelievable. 18 years old, and he's getting drafted. Man, you want to talk about cha-ching for him? My God, he'll definitely make some serious cash. He seems to be grounded, so, I mean, that's the biggest thing. When you don't get involved in stuff off the field, you got a better chance. Like I said, you're not going to pick up, go on Instagram, I think, and see him doing 120 miles an hour. I just don't see that. Could be wrong. Could have us all fooled, but from what he's portrayed so far, and I think any team's going to want to be all after him.
He's not going to have 6 girls knocked up.
No, that's the big thing. I mean, you got to be smart. I mean, you really do. You got to be careful with that. That's something could end up hurting you, and just the amount of money and dealing with the lawyers and the paying and all that stuff. It's just not good. I mean, there are some 3 kills got 10 kids. I mean,
Anthony Edwards, another one.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards. I mean, Anthony Edwards is a stud, and he seems to be so on point, but when it comes to that, he's not. If he wants to be the face of the NBA, and there's a good chance he could be, he's got to straighten up his personal life. As far as it, you get married, you want to have kids, that's fine, but it's just not something that people really gravitate to. Now, I'm sure he doesn't care. He does what he wants. He's a fantastic ball player. He's taken a franchise that for years only was good when Kevin Garnett was there, and a chance to get to the Western Conference Finals again. There's a chance they might win it all. Who the hell knows? But that side stuff is going to come back and bite you. It always does. It really does. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you did something nice for your mom, you want to share it, let us know. Maybe you're a mom and somebody did something nice for you. Dom took care of his mom, which was very nice. Yesterday was a good day to set up on the corner and just sell flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Forget it.
I saw someone over here selling.
Oh, yeah. They're all over the place. All over the place. Orchids were flying out. Flying. Yeah, I picked up a beautiful orchid for somebody. But, yeah, they were just – and I love orchids myself, but they just forget it. They're flying out. I can't even imagine what the flowers did yesterday. I don't think it's close to 214 day.
No.
But they definitely make some coin. And those pop-ups are all over the place.
Yep.
They just have a little tent. They put it up like the radio tents, and they're under there selling flowers. Nobody, I don't think, stops them and says, hey, you got a license to do this? It's not happening.
And then the rain was only it came out a little bit yesterday. And then
it wasn't major.
Yeah, it wasn't major. So they could still be out there selling the flowers.
Oh, yeah. It's a great, great day. And I'm sure they do so much business. People stop because so many people don't want to deal with the crowds. When you go into like Publix or CVS, there's always a ton of people. Just pull over, get the flowers, and you zoom out.
And a lot of these people can now take Zelle and Venmo. Yeah. They'll take it right on their phone.
You're right. They'll do all that. We got to do it next year. That's it. That's the thing. Mother's Day, we'll get some flowers. Father's Day, not that much. My buddy played golf yesterday.
Wide open.
Yeah. That's what he said. But not Father's Day. No. Father's Day. Did you play golf yesterday?
No.
Yeah, he played golf. One of my buddies played with a couple of guys that I know, and he's a little bit younger. And nice kid, quiet. I said, make sure they do not take advantage of you. When they start wanting to bet, I said, take a close knee. I said, don't be betting with these guys because they're sharks. And they're the kind of guys on a golf course, they'll make sure you're drinking all day, you know what I mean? And then the next game or the back 9, you're playing for more than you started with. And I didn't want him to get taken. So, but he was good. He had a good time. He said, hey, yeah, nobody bet with me. He had a great time. But he goes, man, the course was empty. And I was like, yeah, it's Mother's Day.
Yep.
You can't go play golf on Mother's Day. I mean, your wife would lose her cookies. And be like, what the hell are you doing? Your kids, you know what I'm saying? So that is a good day to, if you want to get on the links. I didn't think of it like that, but they got a nice tee time. They said in Boca. And all 4 of them don't have families, though. Like, they're not married, so it was easy for them to get out and about. Took care of their moms. But, yeah, and when they told me that, I was like, oh, wow. But Father's Day, I'm sure, is packed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what the dad wants to do.
Dad wants to go out.
Yeah, he wants to play golf. He wants to hang out. Let me play golf, and that's my thing. Franny had something last week about moms. What they really want is just rest, peace and quiet, and just be around their kids.
Pampered.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not like, you got a mom and you know what I'm saying, you get that hug from your mom and that love, and it's a great feeling. It's special. I mean, so if you do have that, you know what, appreciate it. And not only yesterday should you, recognize your mom. You should recognize your mom all the time.
Of course.
You really should. 877-927-6969. Mission Impossible coming out May 22nd. I'm still in shock that if I ever sit down with Tom Cruise, I'd be like, dude, it's unbelievable he does his stunts. I mean, and the risks that he has and all the licenses to those planes and everything.
I'm pretty sure in this latest one, he broke his ankle doing it.
I thought that was the last one.
Was that the last one? Not this one?
He fell off the roof. He broke his ankle. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. But some of those things that he does, flying the jets, holding on to the planes, like, oh, God. I would want to stunt double if I was sleeping in a bunk bed. I'd be like, give me a stunt double. I could fall. I might get hurt. I'm the Greek. But yeah, that's coming out. But yeah, it is amazing the stuff that he does. It really is. And he's never really been seriously injured. I mean, he flies helicopters, everything, all that stuff. This is the last Mission Impossible, by the way. They say. So they say this is the last one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is it. This is the last one, he said. He said he's getting a little old to be doing stuff like this. He's 60, but he's in great shape. Pat Riley said last week, 80 is the new 60, so he's not retiring anytime soon. So if you thought Pat was going to step away, he said, I don't think so. I'm going to be around. And he said the Heat are going to revamp and try to get some guys in the summer, and they definitely need to. They got to change that team. He said, we're not rolling it back. So if you're a Heat fan, that's good news. They're going to make some changes. They're going to do some things, and they're going to just try to get a couple guys. Greek Freak would be great. I mean, Kevin Durant will be better. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but they are looking for him, and maybe the Heat can pick up somebody because they can't go back with the same thing. Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out.
I can't wait for that.
I knew you were going to say that. I saw some coming to tracks. Sandler kills me. Just his appearance, doesn't give two you-know-whats. The beard, and I know people who know him in Boca, and he comes down here for every Christmas. They say he's exactly the same.
Oh, I bet.
And looking for basketball games, walking around with his shorts and just wants to play ball. Yeah, that's a lot of cameos in that.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of golfers in that. Xander Schauffele, I think Scotty Scheffler's in there. I think Rory's in there.
Yeah.
Bryson, I think's in there, too.
I think John Daly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think he has actually a bigger role in it, too.
Yeah, I think Daly's in it. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. That comes out. I mean, I don't know if it'll live up to the first one. It's always hard, but the hype is so much.
After, 25 years at least?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the first one was good, and then it seemed like it got better with age.
Oh, yeah, of
People
course.
watched it more and more, and the fight scene with Barker, I mean, that was just unreal. It really was funny. And then he got the big checks when he would win for his grandmother.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other cameos besides pro golfers,
Who the hell? I mean, if you look it up, they had a bunch of guys. I think Kelsey's in it. I think he's got a cameo in there. Daly, and like you said, a bunch of golfers. A lot of the golfers, though, are not mainstream. You really don't know who they are. I think Rory, Ricky, the average person.
Scotty.
Yes and no.
I mean, he's been number one for the last.
Yeah, but I'm saying the average person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And the one that's married to Gretzky.
Oh, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, and then maybe Brooks
Koepka. Yeah.
Those are the four. I think that people might know. And that's it. And Scotty, yeah, his name, if you're a golf fan, or if you're, obviously you know who he is if you're a big fan of his, but I think he can walk down the street.
I think it's just, he had the big arrest. That's why I think he's also known more.
Yeah. We had that problem with the parking or with the car, whatever the hell it was. But I still think he could walk down the street. I really did.
That was almost a year ago now. That championship's coming up.
Oh, was that the U.S. Open?
I believe that's the PGA one that he got arrested at almost.
Yeah, and what happened that morning? He was late, right?
No, he was just trying to pull up, and there was an accident actually outside the golf course, and one cop further down directed him to go against traffic and drive up, And then another cop stopped him, was like, "What are you doing?" And then pulled him out. Didn't know who he was pulling out of the car.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was a mess. But he got off of that whole thing, right?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, he went to court. And then I remember the cop got in a little trouble too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was like a big scene with that. I mean, again, cop's doing his job. He doesn't know what's going on. I'm sure there's 2 sides to every story, 3, whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. I still think he can walk down the street. Daly probably is one of the most recognizable golfers next to Tiger.
Yep.
And Daly also his appearance. He has the big white beard. He's walking around with no shoes or socks on.
The cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, the cigarette in his mouth.
Diet Coke in his hand.
Yeah, Diet Coke in his hand. He's got a great diet. Oh, my God. He'll probably live to 90 just hanging out. Really, because you watch him. M&Ms, cigarettes. And somebody I know in Vegas was playing next to him cards, a slot machine one night. He said, dude, man, all he was doing all night was smoking and eating M&Ms and drinking Coke.
Oh,
yeah. That's it. It's the whole time. The whole
chain
time.
smoking.
Oh, yeah. He said he is a chain smoker. I can only imagine when he goes through it a day. He's got to go through 10 packs.
Yeah, and goes through probably like 10 and 15 Diet Cokes too, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he said that. He said he was playing right next to him at Bellagio in the high roller ticket. He said all he was doing was smoking and drinking. Pull and take a puff. Pull, take a puff. Yeah, he's unique, Daly. I mean, started off a great career, winning the British Open, and I think the expectations were so high for him. But, his personality's out there. He's one of those guys, like, when you meet him, he is what he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to see him. He pulls up at Hooters, sells his apparel.
But he seems like the guy that love to hang out with.
Yeah, I think most people would love to hang out with him. People love to have a beer with him, kick back, tell a story. He's flipping his cigarette, and that's it. I think he is who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He has an apparel line where he has all these crazy color pants and people wear them. Yeah, no, some people I think you meet and you might be surprised, but he's one of those that I think would be exactly the same.
There's a big video of him right now online. It's him hitting off a girl's ass.
Oh, see, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, a young girl, a smoking hot girl.
Oh, Jesus. Does he pull it off?
Oh, yeah. Steams the driver right off it.
Oh, Jesus. That's amazing that he did that. Yeah, he's unique. He really does. Does a lot of trick shots. I could see him like one day being a drive shack.
Oh, yeah.
Just pull up.
It'd be cool if they had him at TGL.
Oh, yeah. You never know.
He'll bring in a crowd.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. He definitely will. He was just down in Boca. They had that NFL players thing. I believe he was one of the guys that were playing. And everybody was talking about him, that they saw Daly. So he's got definitely a following. There's no doubt about it.
His son's going to be in the pros soon, too.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. His son, phenomenal player, just like Tiger Woods' son. They're both going to be in there going against each other in the future.
Yeah, didn't they play in a competition against Tiger and his dad?
Mm-hmm.
Last year in Orlando?
Yep, the Dailies against the Woods.
Yeah, well, good for them. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. I know it's raining out there and it sucks, but guess what? It'll get better. Celtics and Knicks tonight, and the Panthers on Wednesday. You'll hear that on Real Radio. You're going to get a chance for a new keyword in a couple minutes and so much more. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. We'll be back. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Our Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are roaring through the playoffs. Now facing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2. The quest for a repeat is heating up, and Real Radio is your ultimate destination for all the action. It's heart-pounding playoff hockey, and we're bringing you every thrilling moment. Tune in for every goal, every check, every fight, every face-off, and every victory. Can't get to a radio? Stream Real Radio 92.1 anywhere with our free iHeartRadio app. Florida Panthers hockey on Real Radio is presented by Precision Garage Door. Why settle for better when you can have the best? Schedule your appointment today at flgaragedoor.com. On Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Not a bad drive this morning along your expressways, 95 and the Turnpike. Currently accident, free-flowing freely as well. Got some road work at Atlantic Avenue between 441 and the Turnpike. Avoid that area. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings are in full bloom at Lowe's. Right now, get Miracle Grow 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Shop these savings and more at Lowe's. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Hawaii and Alaska. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in the shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have seen plenty of rain so far today, but there is more on the way. We will continue to see showers and storms through about noon. We'll see a little bit of a break in the rain, and then mid-afternoon to late afternoon, we'll start to see some more showers bubble up. These will likely be the storms that we're tracking for some severe potential.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Get big summer flavor in every bite with the new DQ Summer Blizzard Treat menu, featuring new mixing bowl mashup, fan-voted s'mores, and more. For a limited time, right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. At participating locations.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio 101.7, 92.1 Real Radio. Today at 11:45, we'll play Greek Casino. We got tickets for the Who. Where they playing? Who? Where?
They are playing at the Emirates Arena.
So
I believe Emirates Bank, sorry.
So you get a chance to win tickets to the Who. 11:45, Greek Casino. We'll take care of that. What is the new keyword this hour?
The new keyword this hour is Bills, like the Buffalo Bills.
Bills, there it is, Buffalo. Ooh, did you just say next year's Super Bowl winner?
Well,
Possibly. Ooh, could that mean something? I mean, did you bet the Pope? I mean, did you bet the Bears because of the new Pope? When I was down Hard Rock last night, this kid I know, he's telling me, he goes, that people were betting the Bears because of the Super Bowl, because of the Pope from Chicago. I've talked about it. Gamblers are crazy. They're really
crazy.
Just crazy. The thought process, superstition they have. Like, if I'm out, I won't check a score unless it's 15, 30, or 45 at the hour, at the top of the hour.
Really?
Yeah, like, I won't check it. Like, last night I was waiting for a final of the Star game, and it was 6:58, and I was out, and I was like, nah, I can't check it till 7. So I only check on quarters. When I check off minutes, usually it's bad luck, so I don't check that. Talk about superstition. So I won't check it until then. Then I got done. Also, I was out to dinner, and I didn't want to check the game until I got done with dinner. Because if I knew if I won, I would have...
You would change your mood?
No, I would have left. I would have got up and went. Because as soon as dinner went, I went right down to cash. I was just like straight down to casino. And if it happened like 6:30 and I knew a final, I probably would have been like, I don't feel good. And that would have got my car and I would have left. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you guys want to give us a call, maybe about the Panthers. Do you think the Panthers are going to do it? Love to hear about that. Mother's Day, maybe you did something nice for your mom. Also would love to hear about that. Who do you got, Dom?
We have your bestie on, Manny.
Manny, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, PA. It's great to hear your voice on this beautiful Monday morning.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. We salute you, and we always put you as a high regard as a great American.
You damn better.
What's going on, buddy?
No, well, I hope you guys had enough. Well, how is your mother doing, first of all, Greek?
She's not doing great. She's not, but she's hanging in there. She has a great attitude. I admire her and my dad for what they both went through. But she's struggling, but she is trying. But thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, no, sorry to hear that. And I'm glad you spent the day with your mother as well, Dom. I lost my mom 23 years ago. So it's a hard day for me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm surrounded by, I have 7 aunts. My mom had 7 sisters.
That's
so
nice.
They all,
That's nice.
They all care for me like a mother.
Oh.
Well, that's good, Manny, because you need family and friends on days like that, because if your mom's not around, you know what? Same thing with Father's Day. I lost my dad, and people go through it. A lot of people. It's a sad day. It really is.
Yes.
But thank you for asking.
Yes. Oh, no problem, man. I know you, I've been listening for a long time, and I know you and your mother, and you're a great family, man. And, I know it's tough. I know how it is. And I pray for you guys, both of y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it, buddy.
I just wanted to say hello and, hope the week is better. As far we do need the water, we need the rain, but it sucks, but.
Yeah, we got a lot last night. I mean, I think they said it's supposed to rain tomorrow, too.
I left my little garbage can that I have in my bathroom.
Yeah.
I threw out, so I was vacuuming. I have some rugs in my bedroom, so I was vacuuming, and I emptied all, like, the dirt and the dust from the vacuum into my garbage can. So last night, I took it out and I dumped it out, but I forgot it outside. This morning when I went outside, it was full. And it's like a little, like a little 2-foot garbage can, but it was full.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it came down last night. I mean, it definitely rained last night. But like you said, we did need it, but it was, I was surprised how much rain we got. And I think tomorrow, too, they're saying.
I think Miami got like almost 8 inches.
Really?
Around there, yeah.
Woo, that's a lot of rain. But we need it. It's been like a drought. So.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, you guys have a great Monday and stay dry.
All right, Manny. Thanks for the call, buddy. Appreciate it.
Peace.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Franny's out today. We got Dominic and myself, the Greek. So if you want to join in, maybe talk about the Panthers, maybe you did something nice for your mom. I saw the average amount of money. This is not me for Dunkin' Donuts. They're saying is like $21 a month. No, a week.
No, that's a month.
Yeah. And or 18 it is. I spend 21 a week. So I get a medium coffee every day, $2.98. And I walk out. That's it. And I usually go to the same place, but that's it. No donuts. Bikini season. So I can't have donuts. I don't ever get any of their sandwiches. Not that they're not good or anything like that. I just don't get them. But yeah, that's it. One medium. But yeah, Starbucks, the number's way higher. Like every once in a while, I'll go to Starbucks and I'll get a cappuccino or something like that. Man, I'm always amazed at that. Like kids walk in, bang out like $33, $41.
You go with a girl and the order's like, what did you just order? It sounds like
Oh, yeah.
It's like a list.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sounds like they're ordering.
Yeah, I love when people pick up the phone and they give it to the person. This is what I want. And they just show it to them. That's a tough job. Being a barista at Starbucks, not easy. Not easy. You got to deal with all that stuff, the people.
All the customizations.
Oh, yeah. I could never handle it. Like, you ever go into, well, you don't do it, but you ever go someplace and you're like, I know I couldn't do this job? Like, you just look at it and you're like dealing with the public stuff. I mean, like, the casino, people are pissed because they're losing. You go to Dunkin' or Starbucks, places like that, restaurants. It's hard dealing with the public. I mean, anybody who does, I give them hats off. And you got to have patience. I mean, you really do.
One of my first jobs was Subways at a mall.
Oh, man, that had to be brutal.
Yeah, brutal. Especially during like holiday weekends or anything like that. Oh, line never stopped.
Oh, yeah. But just dealing with people's attitude. You know what I mean? The holidays, I can only imagine people are pissed, cranky, tired. Oh, you know, just doing a million things.
They don't give a crap about you.
No, nobody does. Nobody cares about you. Kidding me? Your family cares about you, and you're lucky if you got 3 friends. Everybody else is acquaintance. Let me speak for myself, and everybody else needs a favor. Besides that, that's it. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. Bring up anything you want to the table. We'll always take your call on any subject. Belichick this week on Good Morning America. Do you think his girlfriend's going to be there? We'll see what happens.
She'll be there on the side stage telling them, all right, cut. Nope, that's good. We can play that.
I wonder this week if she's going to go. Because after all the problems with CVS, I don't know. They might want to just, play it where, she's not there. Because that was embarrassing. The whole thing. I hope he looks a little better than that Navy T-shirt he had on.
The holes in it?
Yeah, with the holes in it. That was his dad's shirt, I believe. But the book's selling okay. Supposedly they say that the book is selling okay, but I don't know. I just don't I don't know where this ends up with these two. I don't think she's leaving them anytime soon. But again, they're living for the moment. And a lot of people say that's the best thing to do. Live for the moment. They're not worried about 10 years down the road. Because like I've said, most relationships don't last 10 years anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So just, like people say that and they're doing it. I think it's just the way he acts and the things that he does. But if North Carolina, he goes there and wins, everything will be forgotten. It will, but they won't even be brought up. If they lose, they'll bring it up.
How many wins do you think he could get there?
Last year they had 6. I don't know. I'm going to say over 6. I don't think they do go like 10-1 or 10-2. I don't think they win the ACC. I'm going to say 7, maybe.
So slight improvement.
Yeah, I think maybe because of Belichick. That's going to add something. But again, we don't know what Belichick we're getting. We getting the Patriots that he worked 160 hours a week, or we getting a new Belichick that he's out in 38 hours and he's chasing a skirt. So I don't know which Belichick we're going to get. I don't know how this affects the kids that go there. I think in the beginning it helped, but I think now people might be like, I don't know. It's just different. You know what I mean? Do you still really want to play for him? The way he acts and the way he's behaving could be different.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be different just because the college level compared to NFL.
Yeah, I think college kids before really wanted to go there. I'm not saying they don't now, but I also think they might be in their head, hey, he might not be there 2 years from now. He might not be there 3 years from now. I don't know. And he's more exposed than he ever was. I mean, he really was. And I think the younger generation tends to challenge more as a whole than other generations. Questions more. His personal life, like I said, is in the media. You never knew that. Like I said, I never even knew Belichick was married. Not that I ever thought of it. Like, is Belichick married? It just never popped into my mind.
Or who his kids were.
No, the only time I saw his kid, because this kid had a weird
mullet.
Yeah. She had that. Besides that, I didn't know anything. 877-927-6969. As the Subway commercial was just on, and I think about Domster behind there working and making the sandwiches. Oh, that had to be a pain in the ass. Oh, my God. I can only imagine. You just look up and there's
what type of cheese?
Oh, what
type of bread?
Could you step in today out of the Subway?
Oh, yeah, probably. If I had to, yeah. It's like memorized in my brain.
Oh, you're really good?
Yeah.
You can just walk in there, cut up the bread, and start making it? Oh, yeah. When there's long lines at any place you look up, like sometimes I'm at the Green Turtle car wash and you see like 12 cars in line. You're like, oh, man, look at this. It's a pain in the ass. 877-927-6969. We just had the Formula One. We were talking about that. UFC. What is the golf thing you do?
TGL. Which one of those would you go to? Or even throw in Live in there too.
Throw in Live. I'm trying to think. Well, Live looked fun. I mean, when you showed in Miami, I mean, I would do it because there was a lot of eye candy down there.
Music playing.
Yeah.
Drinks flowing.
That looked fun. The golf thing doesn't seem bad, and it's really no effort because it's in our backyard.
Yep.
UFC, I don't know. And what was the third one? UFC.
Formula One.
Formula One, I guess I would go because it's a scene, and everybody's there. But I don't know. Maybe UFC just to check it out one time. Just to say, all right, I went to a UFC fight, like in Vegas.
Yep.
That wouldn't be bad.
It's different when it's over there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exciting and very much, you feel the excitement, the fans, everybody going crazy. Maybe I can play blackjack hand with Dana White. I don't play blackjack, but maybe I can play a hand with him. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show. You can always give us a call. Who do we have, Dom?
We have Evan on the phone.
Evan, what's happening, buddy?
Good morning, boys.
How are you, pal?
Doing well. Sorry to hear about Jules, but I she could get better, man. Just always pray. You know that. I know you do.
No. She said, it's just a tough day when you're in a hospital and Mother's Day and stuff like that. And
exactly.
You go through it.
I lost my mother 11 years ago, but she's here with me every day. You know what I mean?
That's good, Evan. You're a good man. How about your boy Judge, man? On fire, huh? Woo.
Love it. You were talking about the players for North Carolina. They don't know if they want to be there because Belichick might not be there next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, half of them won't be there the next year anyway. And they could have them be leaving, in the middle of the season with this transfer portal crap,
No, that's possible, but I'm saying to get them in the door, I think it's a different scenario that, when he was going there and it first came out, it looked like he wanted to embrace the college, life, and I'm going to be here and build a program. I don't know if that's the same scenario, and I don't know, if he doesn't have success at North Carolina and say they don't do well, say he goes, 5-6, I think he might beg. And I also think that what I'm surprised with Belichick is his personal life has become so big now that I don't think by September it's going to go away. And so I think you will get people saying to him, and I don't think he'll really like it, is your personal life affecting it? What's going on with Jordan? And I just think that's not Bill. I don't think he's going to dig it. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be very long because I don't know why he wouldn't want to go back to NFL. I mean, from college from NFL like what he had to NFL or to college, it's crazy, So I just maybe he could push around young kids more than he can the grown men like he used to be able to,
I don't know. I mean, again, something's probably missing. There's people like Saban, what he did, just retired and went on the air. Belichick tried. I guess he felt he missed coaching too much. No NFL team wanted to give him a shot, which is unfortunate because I think he's better. He's a better coach than probably 25 coaches in the NFL. But we'll see. It's just his personal life was never out there in any shape or form, and not to this level where people are asking about it. And, who he is and the age difference, all that stuff. Personally, I don't care what anybody does, never did, but people care.
No, and like everybody says, nobody knew anything about Belichick. because he was so quiet and, never heard anything about it. We talked about the dog during the draft, what was different. And then his son said that, my dad's really got a sense of humor. And you go, really?
Yeah, I mean, even nobody saw anything with Belichick, and that was part of his success. Being focused, being on the Patriots, 25 hours in a 24-hour day, and that's it. But now, I mean, he's definitely changed. He's got some different things, and this girl is, changed his life. And who knows? Maybe for the first time, he's in love.
Did you watch the 30 for 30 with he and Belichick, or with he and
Parcells?
Parcells? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
That was real great. But you could tell the only one that has power over him, or he respects more than anything, is Parcells. Parcells was the alpha dog in that relationship.
Yeah, well, Parcells also gave him a chance. I mean, don't forget that. I mean, he made him defense coordinator. When he came over with the Giants, he was an assistant, and then he got moved up. Even Lawrence Taylor talked about it when they said, "Oh, Belichick's coaching us." So yeah, he's definitely one that is. You got to have you always remember. I think everybody in life who gave you a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of musicians. You hear about a lot of musicians. Different things like that. In different different
aspects
in life. When you get a chance, this and all that. Like you gave Dom on the radio. Dom was what he said he was working at Subway before he got in the radio.
Dom worked for the company, and it just things happened. Obviously, Jimmy left, and he stepped in. That wasn't my decision. I didn't fight it. I didn't, he's a good kid. I mean, again, but it wasn't like I got him off the street and I was like, hey, get out of Subway, come over here. No, he was with the company before me and before us, and he stepped in. He's done a great job. He really is. He's a lot of fun. He cares. And I think anytime you get somebody who does their job and cares about it, it's a nice thing. You don't see that much.
Yeah, caring 50% is not bad.
Yeah, 50%. I mean, the biggest thing today I see with people at all aspects, not in restaurants so much, but sometimes, is everybody's on their phone. I mean, I went to a place the other day and two girls, were on their phone. I went in to get a bagel in Wellington, and I was there 5 minutes. Nobody said anything to me. I just walked out. Didn't even say anything when I walked out. Like, hey, where you going? You see that's so common today with people. I went to somebody's house over the weekend. I had to go to a guard gate, and the guy was on his phone the whole time. He asked me like 3 times how to spell something. I'm like, and I wanted to say, dude, get off your phone. Like, I can see him looking on his phone. But, yeah, so when you get somebody who cares and takes a shower, we're happy about it here at iHeart.
Yeah, we went to a spring training game this year, and they were honoring local baseball teams there, local Little League baseball teams there.
Yeah.
And I tell you, look through the stadium, there was a bunch of them, and most of them were looking at their phone instead of looking at the game.
Of course.
What are you kidding me? If I was their coach, I'd be, wouldn't even let them have their phone during the game unless they're going to, to film them, that's cool, but to sit there on their phone, not even pay attention, to the game, I thought that was disrespectful. And to me, but that's society now with the kids.
Yeah, but it's not only the kids, it's everybody. You go shopping, you're in Publix, or you're out, everybody's on their phone. Everybody's just, the phone, I think, really put a dent in our society in so many ways, and people just won't go anywhere without it. I mean, I've seen people run back into establishments because they forgot their phone.
The smartphone made a big difference.
Yeah, it really did. And people don't go anywhere. You can't have a conversation with most people without them looking at their phone. You notice it. I notice it even when I'm in restaurants. Couples out and they're looking at their phones. It's just the way it is. Kids, definitely, but more grown-ups just as bad.
Sure. I was watching this little clip on news a couple of weeks ago or whatever, and they were talking about what is the first what's the first thing a woman does when they get in a minor accident? And first, you would think number one was grabbing their cell phone. Number 2 was checking on their kids, and 3 was turn off their engine.
Yeah, I mean, again,
they take their cell phone over their kids.
Yeah, of course, yeah, Dave. You hear stories of people leaving their kids in their cars. You don't hear stories about people leaving their phones in their car. I mean, that's just our society. It's just, and it's all ages. It's not just kids. It's all ages. People do it. The phones, I just think, took a piece out of our society, and where people really don't, and people don't even want to communicate. I mean, text messaging added to it too, where it's, people prefer to text message.
Exactly. All right, you going to have the zone today?
We're going to decide. I have to see how I am in a mental state. Right now it looks good, but you never know.
Because usually Mondays, Defoe's there.
Yeah, I talked to Defoe this morning. We're going to try to get him on this afternoon, but we'll see what happens. Cool. We got a full slate all week, but we'll see what happens, Evan. But I thought about you when I saw Judge 409. I don't think there's a Yankee who's ever hit over 400 for any period.
For any period, I think DiMaggio did during that 56 game. I think he probably hit close to 400 at that time. But just for those,
yeah, but you're going back into what, the 50s? I mean, at least the last 50 years. I don't know. I mean, Judge is batting 409. Obviously, he's not going to keep up this pace, but it's unbelievable what he's done.
Yeah, well, it was like what they did to Barry Bonds. They wouldn't pitch to him, and he got more walks than he did hits, or almost equal at the time. Same thing with Babe Ruth. They did it. They used to walk Babe Ruth. He had I think Barry Bonds beat his walk record. But Babe Ruth had that for decades.
And it's funny because going into the season, a lot of people thought Judge wasn't going to have a good year because they lost Soto. But he's cracking it. People are like, oh, you know what? Oh, you don't have him. It's not good. He's going to be getting a lot of different pitches. But so far, he's cracked it. He really has. I mean, the East is weak anyway for the Yankees, so they should be fine because they lost Cole. But he's unbelievable what he's done. The hype's going to get even bigger and bigger, when a guy batting 409. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure in New York anyway.
Yeah, of course. No doubt about it. Biggest stage in America. There's no doubt about it when you're playing for New York. But again, I'm
all right, boys.
Happy he's doing it.
All right, boys. Have a great rest of the show, and I'll be listening.
All right, buddy. You got it. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. A little rainy. Sorry about that, but there's nothing we could do. I got a lot of juice. Some people say as much as FP&L. I cannot control the weather.
No.
I can't control
You're not the weatherman?
I'm not the weatherman. I would love to be a weatherman for a week, though. Just to wear some blazers and hang out and do that. But our job's rock style. We can come in any way we want, which is a great thing. One of the benefits of being on the radio and working with iHeart.
Yeah, I have no pants on right now.
It's unbelievable. I don't know how you're not getting a raise today. I really don't. It's amazing to me. They're not just upping you right away. It is the Greek. It is Dominic. Franny's out today. We'll be back with a trifecta and your chance to win tickets to who at 11:45. Who? Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, "The Taliban have gone too far."
Just now?
So I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Not a bad drive this morning along your expressways. 95 and the Turnpike currently accident free flowing freely as well. Got some road work at Atlantic Avenue between 441 and the Turnpike. Avoid that area. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by True Green. Summer is better with True Green. Get the best lawn at the best price. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. Restrictions apply.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Got a classic or collectible or just a car collecting dust? GimmeTheVin.com is the #1 place to sell your car, and now it's even hotter with the big cash giveaway. They're giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Mail in an entry, that's 250 chances to win. Sell them your car, you get 1,000 chances to grab that cash. From daily drivers to muscle cars, they'll buy it and beat any CarMax offer or send you $100.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Men, here's the truth. In the bedroom, good enough isn't really good enough, is it? This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And if your erectile dysfunction is making intimacy less enjoyable for you and your partner, give us a call today. Because whether your ED only happens sometimes or all the time, it's time to stop good enough and time to start really good. At the Atlantic Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. Whether it's only mild or moderate, or even if it's severe, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we have a variety of treatments and can even combine protocols, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in a long time. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again for you and your partner. So make an appointment and be done with good enough. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
And 62225. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It's no surprise that people love their pets. In fact, 97% of pet owners consider them part of the family. Amazon's Jen Ray has more.
Amazon Pet Day makes caring for your pets easier than ever. The 48-hour sales event features thousands of deals with the convenience of Amazon's fast delivery. Whether you're welcoming a new puppy, upgrading essentials for a senior pet, or looking for products that pamper, there's something for everyone.
Nearly 2/3 of U.S. households have a pet. That's 86.9 million homes.
With so many households having pets, Amazon has something for every pet owner and their furry friends, from trusted basics to exciting new favorites across price points. Plus, Amazon is expanding its pet care offerings, now providing prescription pet medications on Amazon.com through VetSource, a leading pet pharmacy.
On May 13th and 14th, Amazon Pet Day will offer incredible deals, including on our most popular and pet-approved brands, like Purina Pro Plan, Iams, PetSafe, O'Norman, Ring, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/petday.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Elf Beauty.
Final WNBA preseason game tonight as the New York Liberty play the Toyota Antelopes of the Women's Japan Basketball League at 7 p.m. Eastern on the University of Oregon campus. A homecoming for former Ducks Niara Sabali and Sabrina Ionescu. Ionescu never got to say a proper goodbye as her senior year was interrupted by COVID. It'll be a chance for the Oregon faithful to give her flowers. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
Elf Cosmetics presents Get Ready with Music, the album, an empowering new album for every mood. With 92% of women saying music boosts their spirits while getting ready, this album blends makeup and music to celebrate self-expression. Available now on the iHeartRadio app.
Made for This Mountain exists to empower listeners to rise above their struggles and face the mountain in front of them. So during Mental Health Awareness Month, focus on your emotional well-being. Tune into the podcast and climb that mountain.
You will never be able to change or grow through the thing that you refuse to identify. The thing that you refuse to say, hey, this is my mountain. This is the struggle.
Listen to Made for This Mountain on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Made for This Mountain.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Precision Garage Door of South Florida. Precision Door, a name you can trust.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself the best it could be. Hope you took care of Mom yesterday. That's most important. You always got to thank Mom. Every day you should thank Mom, but yesterday was the big day to step it up. Because you dropped the ball yesterday, you call her today, she's not going to be happy. There's no doubt about it. It's like if you miss somebody's birthday. Or yesterday I was at Pollard Coffee. I said, hey, I want all the moms to have a great day. And also for the Thunder, recovered by 6. But that was it. It is The Penthouse on a Monday. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
You guys can get involved by calling us at 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Again, you could talk to us about maybe something you did special for your mom. Panthers are now tied at 2-2. How is your fate? What do you feel like? And that clapping is for...
Let's go.
That's for Jason.
Let's go.
From the Gator. He's not clapping to be with me, but he's just clapping in general.
Let's go, Panthers. What a game that was last night.
Now, did you go to the game on Friday night?
I did not go to the game on Friday night. I had the opportunity, but I couldn't get out of the office in time, couldn't get down there in time.
Okay.
So I was kind of stuck watching it at home, which, was probably a good thing because, I Friday night versus Sunday night, me going to a game.
Yeah.
Friday night Jason is very different than Sunday night Jason. Friday night Jason doesn't have to get up and do a morning show on 98.7 The Gator on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Sunday night Jason does. So it was a well-mannered, a well-calmed, I got to save my voice for the show, all that. But man, the inner Jason was screaming his brains out last night at that game. Oh my God!
And you have no money on the game.
I have no. I don't bet. I don't. Number one, when I do bet on sports, I don't bet on my favorite teams because it's only a double disappointment when they lose and you lose your money. It's like I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. But man, what did I tell you last week? They'll come back. They're gonna show their face. They're gonna show their face at home, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, Jason got a lot of fans in my circle in the station when he predicted the first night that Toronto would win, and then he lost all his fans because he said the next night the Panthers would win, and that's how gamblers are.
All right. So here, and I'm not directing this at your friend specifically. Again, if you're taking your betting advice from me, that's the last thing you should do.
You gotta remember, gamblers don't take it from anybody.
I will tell you this:
they have to win one. It's pretty obvious.
I will say this: what you saw the past couple of games, that's the playoff Panthers that you should be expecting in the NHL playoffs. And that's what you're going to get moving forward.
Yeah, well, they have to win a game on the road. They have no choice. If they don't, they're done.
I think they're going to go in there. They're going to go into Toronto with this little a leg of steam that they've got now.
Was there like a little fight at the end too?
So, knowing that I had to get up and do a morning show today, I got up at the 1 minute mark, knowing we pretty much had the game in the bag, right? So I'm like, I want to get ahead of the traffic, which I did inevitably. It worked out great, but I missed the fight at the end. So it was a cheap hit by Dino or something like that. One of the guys on the Leafs went after Barkov with like seconds left in the third period, and it was a cheap hit
right at his back.
Right at his back. He couldn't see it coming. There was just no. It was unnecessary. And boy, the scrum started right there. I watched the highlights all morning long. Obviously,
there was a couple hard hits.
There were some big hits. Rodriguez got knocked out of the game by Ekman Larson, which is a former Panther. He was on the Stanley Cup team last year, and it's just like, hey,
and
no
that was
love
only
lost.
Wasn't that only a 2-minute penalty?
It was only a 2-minute penalty. Should have been 5.
That's what
should have
people
been
were saying.
Should have been a 5-minute major for sure. But they didn't. They don't like to do that in the playoffs if they can avoid it. So long and the short of it, yeah, it was a cheap hit. Demo, I think is his name. I can't remember his last name. I'm pretty sure it was Demo, but the flip side to that is while that scrum was happening against the boards at the end of the game, Kachuk's over here on the sidelines just chirping the Leafs team. They're like, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. They're getting in their head.
Yeah.
Oh, it's turning into such a great series.
So you think Game 5 they win?
Game 5. See, I know your boys are listening too. Don't put money on me, but they go up there. They get the W.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you just said it.
They get the W, man.
And the guy's name is Max Domi.
Domi, thank you. Yep. Domi. Yeah, it was. If you watch the play, it wouldn't surprise me in the least if the NHL came out and gave him a suspension or something. He had maybe a fine or something because of that.
Now, for you as a Panther fan, I know you're a big Dolphin fan. Would you say it's the same or more?
Oh, what team do I like more?
Like, do you get more?
I think it's for me personally, it's which sport do I enjoy more?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I like hockey better.
Yeah. And I think it's with the Panthers, they've had more success lately.
Well,
obviously.
There's that. I've been following this team for a long time, long before they were even playoff contenders, I remember.
Now, did you follow them when you were away in Cleveland?
So, yes, I did. I followed them when I was in Cleveland. I also kind of adopted a team up there. There's a team called the Cleveland Monsters. It's a minor league team. They feed the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Just like the city.
Exactly.
Minor league.
Minor league, right. I don't know. You say that about the Indians / Guardians, whatever. They'll argue that. But anyway, you can crap on Cleveland all you want, G. It is a fun town.
I'm sure.
It is a good time. That I know that at one time G told me, he's like, I wouldn't fly over that city if I didn't have an option.
I was gonna say, G's never been there.
Yeah, he's not gonna know. He's not gonna care. But regardless,
I'm sure it's great. It's just easy to crack on.
It's just like Detroit. It's easy to crack on. It is a fun town. It is a fun town. So even when I was in Cleveland, I was following the Panthers. I'll tell you, the team that actually really got me into enjoying hockey is the Dallas Stars.
Oh yeah.
So
they won last night.
Yeah. They kicked ass last night. I
took a tip for the 15-year-old yesterday, and I bet on him.
Did you?
Yeah,
Smart move.
My buddy's son.
Rantanen had 2 hat tricks back to back. He had a back.
Wow.
It was a game 1 and game 2 hat trick. I'm like, this guy is just on fire.
And their goalie's good, right?
Yeah, he's good as well. That's the one thing I'll say about back to the Panthers. That was a shutout. That was. I think that was. It might have been Bob's 5th career playoff shutout.
That's amazing.
With the Panthers. And he's such a good. That arena last night was on fire, boys.
Oh yeah,
it was lit. The hell
Panthers
up.
do very good. I mean, again, I've talked about it. I think they're the 3rd best tenants in the NHL.
Now, it didn't used to be that way.
Yeah, but again, when you put a good product and you're winning, people want to be involved with winners.
Absolutely,
I don't care what sport it is. The Marlins are in first place. A lot more people go.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins 2 years ago with 2 and everybody, people are going. Yeah, we're sold out.
Sold out.
I mean, you got to have a winner for people to go. There are certain cities like the Cubs where they'll always sell out.
Of course.
And it's a small arena, too.
Right.
But the Panthers, I mean, a lot of people thought the same thing with the Vegas Knights. People like hockey in warm climates, it's not going to make it. But both franchises do great and sell out.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're warm. You made the point of warm weather climates. The reality is it's in a freaking arena. The weather outside doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
But the kids didn't play it. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. That's
no
true.
kids
Yeah.
played in
All
Vegas.
Most of the hockey players in the NHL are Canadian. They grew up playing it on the ice. You know, to your point, you asked me the question, do I prefer football or hockey? You know, I'm a football guy. Look, I'm born and raised a football guy. But as far as watching the sport, it's so fast.
Yeah.
And it there's too many. I don't want to. Tyreek Hills of the world, man, the divas of the NFL, man. It's like these guys in the NHL, they are playing for each other, and you can tell that. You can see it.
Missing teeth.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
You cannot compare the NHL players to the American players.
No,
you can't, in all aspects.
Yeah,
and different than not as privilege. I mean, in here, the NBA, NFL, baseball has it. I mean, you see it this year in baseball. The Red Sox, their third baseman doesn't want to play first base. And he just got a new deal, $200 million. I don't want to play. Jesus. I mean, you hear receivers, I'm not getting a ball, do it. The NBA, I don't like it. I'm Jimmy Butler. I'm not happy. There's no joy. You're making $40 million. You would never see that.
No. Meanwhile, the cap in NHL is $14 million, and these guys are playing their hearts out. They're beating each other's asses every single day. They're, like you said, missing teeth, getting concussed, breaking bones. It's
playing with broken bones.
Exactly, man.
Broken ribs.
Well, hell, what was it? Ovi played with a broken bone earlier this season, and he just beat the Great One's goal record this year. It's like insane.
I also think with the hockey players, and there's some in our sports, but a little bit different, that I think when they lose and they drive away, they care.
Yeah.
NBA, NFL, I think they're like, man, get in the Lambo, get on a private jet.
Yep.
3 girls, I'm hanging out.
Sure.
I got the ice on. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't feel it. I mean, there are players out there who care, but I don't think it sticks with them a long time. It just doesn't.
Doesn't burn.
No way. I mean, the hockey players, I think they wake up today. Guys on Toronto are like, we got to get to practice. You know what I mean? We got to win. We got to do with that. NBA, they're like, see ya. What happens? I mean, 2 weeks ago, you watched the NBA playoffs. Teams are losing by 30. The guys are laughing on the bench. You're losing by 30, man. Like,
no, man.
Have some pride.
The NBA's all but lost me, man. Like, I'm still a Heat fan. I still support the team, but like, it is not the same anymore. You know, when the players are calling the shots and telling the coaches what to do, like, the owners, like, this is not. It's not a fun sport to watch anymore.
No.
It takes the pizzazz out of it for me.
But that's the owner's fault.
Yeah, and it's true.
And the league.
I was gonna say, I think the league has a lot more to do with it than we're giving them credit for.
Yeah, I mean, they let them do what they want, and then they're going to do it. And then what happens is they force them to trade them.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a bad employee so bad, you're fired.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it. But the NBA rule is I'm going to give you so much problem like Jimmy Butler did that you have to trade me.
Right.
And that's not fair.
It's not good.
Until they stop that, it's not going to do it.
NBA's all but lost me, man. They really have.
So speaking of football, and I know you're a big Dolphins
I was going to
fan.
say, you asked me that same question, and come September, I'll probably be like, yeah, football. Let's go. Fins up, baby.
Now, do you think the Fins have any chance this year? Do you think they seem like they're on the slide down, honestly, with all the problems?
They've got problems. Schedule comes out this week. Can't wait to see what that looks like. We already know the opponents, right?
Yeah.
We know they're going to Madrid. Who are they playing? That's the big question. And what the schedule is going to shake out. Look, division rivalries like the Bills. They lost all their games to the Bills last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when I look at the team as a whole, I think I could be Mr. Homer over here, which I probably am. I will qualify that, but I think Tua is going to have a great year. I think Tua is going to come and he's going to show up. He's going to be healthy. I really hope that nothing happens to, contradict that. I think the problem there is Tyreek Hill, and I want him gone, man. I've wanted him gone since the last game of the season.
Do you think they trade him before this year?
I hope so.
Yeah.
He's a pariah now in my eyes, you know.
He's not an asset. He's a liability.
Exactly. And if you're not an asset, you got to go.
He's in the news too much right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, between him and Nick Cannon, who's got more kids, all that. There's that. It's constant, like, you go fishing with he went fishing a year ago. Was it a year and a half ago? He went fishing and was berating and almost physically assaulting the mate on the boat. Like, come on, that's not acceptable, man. Like,
well, he's got to. I said earlier in the show, we talked about anytime you're in sports and are talking about you more off the field, it's a problem.
It is a problem. The Jalen Ramsey issue, he's still there. They pretty much said, oh, yeah, we're happily part ways with him.
That's the GM's bad. You don't give somebody $25 million to try to trade him 10 months later.
Yeah.
And first of all, nobody's going to take him because they don't want the contract, and they know you want to get rid of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have no leverage now. You should have just kept your damn mouth shut, and at least you would still have some sort of leverage at that point.
And I think McDaniel is a very good coordinator at times, but not a head coach. When he came out last year to me and said, the guys don't respect me, they're not coming to practice, they're not doing film study, that's bad. That's on you. When you're a boss, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You may think it.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear him say that. But if he said that, then that's a problem.
Yeah, and then it started a year ago when the Eagles guy, the guy who went to the Eagles, the defense coordinator, he said, man, they don't want to practice. And then he goes to the Eagles and he wins the Super Bowl. So there's some things inside that you got to stop from the top.
Sure.
Because as a leader, you got to stop. You can't ask somebody to do something you can't do.
Well, there's a reason why teams like the Eagles are doing as well as they are. Like teams like the Bills are, I hate to say it, I got to give credit where credit's due. That is a solid team, and you can tell they work hard. You can tell they're playing for each other. I mean, there's obviously some issues in every locker room, but look, man, it's not a team that's built to win a Super Bowl, and so it's unfortunate.
I've had the pleasure of sitting down with a couple guys, NFL guys, a couple Hall of Famers. I'm not going to mention their name, but even last year I said it when Diggs left. I said he'll have a better year, and he did.
Yeah.
It happened when Shockey left and Barbara, better year. Because you don't have that constant, I'm open.
Right.
And you just focus on
Throw me the ball.
Yeah, and it's just so much drama. And again, I try to relate it to everyday work. If somebody's so much a problem, that's your first focus when you walk in.
Right.
Like, I can't deal. I got to worry about him. I got to worry about her, whatever it is. And I think that with Tariq, like last year after the game when he said, I'm out of here, I'm a captain. If I owned the team, I would have been like,
okay,
peace.
Bye. See ya.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but they got to pay him out. They would have to pay him out, trade him, or they got to figure something out, man. They got to get rid of him.
But sometimes you got to take the hit.
What is he now, 33? Is he 33 now?
I think 33. He's still very good, but he's just not worth the squeeze.
I mean, I'll
31.
31? Yep. All right, yeah. So he had that injury, and you can see, I don't follow him on social media, but, I think your buddies share reels and stuff with you. And he's been posting stuff with him. He's got the hand injury or whatever the hell he had. He's got that getting worked on, but, I just don't know it, man. With the comments he was making in that last game, I want him gone, man.
I think a lot of people do. But I know you're a true blue Dolphin fan at Panther game. We're talking to Jason. He does mornings on Gator 98.7. Always listen to that. Him and Francis always do a good job. But so what do you see happening with the Panthers? Do you think after they beat Toronto, because you think they can, will they keep it going?
Oh, yeah, man. Like, there's...
Who they got next? Carolina?
So it depends on what happens between the Caps and the Hurricanes. That's a fun series, man. Hurricanes are a great team. Caps are a great team. I don't want to see either one of them in the Eastern Conference Final.
Wasn't there a last-second goal in that game? Like, last second?
In the Caps Hurricanes game? I didn't watch it, man. I don't know.
Because I know over the weekend there was a goal that happened. It was the shortest amount of time left in the game ever that the goal happened.
Man, I think you're right. I think that was the Caps Carolina game. Yeah.
I think it was 0.4 seconds left in the third period.
Yeah. I remember I was talking with my buddy about it yesterday on the way down to the game, but I didn't watch it, so I don't. Man, I wish there's not enough time in the world to watch all this hockey. I mean, and that's the other thing about you talk about the sport. It's like, all right, I don't really care to watch that many other teams that aren't my team in the NFL.
Sure, all the time.
Right? Like, but...
And then you got the WNBA coming up. Like, come on!
I mean, I'm so far into that,
I saw your Kate and Clark poster. I'm like, there it is.
I mean, I've got a freaking fathead of her hanging up in my office in there. Big Caitlin Clark fan.
You got the Iowa T-shirt.
Hey, man.
The flag for the car.
Listen, that is a real thing, dude. There are a lot of women's only sports bars that are opening up. There's a lot more, sports shows that are coming out covering women's sports, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, they need gambling. Once the gamblers adopt it, they'll take it to the next level. They will. And that is the thing they need.
I know guys that will bet on raindrops going down the side of a freaking window. They will get people will start embracing
that's what they need. I mean, they definitely do, because that's what brings the TV contracts.
Yeah.
And that's what helps. That's
Absolutely.
what people watch.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of sports fans out there, obviously, but there's a lot of people who bet.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I used to get pictures of girls in bikinis. Now I get pictures of the Hard Rock app.
My, how the times have changed, right?
Yeah. The night that Luka got traded, I thought I had 72 booty calls, and I had 7 people saying to me, "Oh my God, Luka got traded. Should I bet the Lakers to win it all?" And it's the truth, which is crazy. I'm like, oh my God, my phone, like I thought was gonna blow off my desk that night. I'm like, I thought something happened to my family, my friends, and it was Luka being traded.
Oh, that's crazy.
And people asking, should I bet LA? We talked to Jason last week about people betting the Bears because the Pope is from Chicago.
Oh, the Holy Trinity trifecta. Yeah,
Villanova.
Yeah, well, nobody. So, and it's funny because I was joking with my buddy about that. We were playing golf on Saturday morning. I played horribly, by the way, so I'm right on par.
There you go.
Pardon the pun. And I was talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got my Holy Trinity in." I was like, "Are you kidding me? You actually did that?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, $1 pays you $47,000, and all it's got to be is if the Bears win the Super Bowl, the Cubs win the World Series, and Villanova wins the NCAA championship." And I'm like, "What?"
It's a shot.
I'm like, "What? You didn't have the balls to put it on the White Sox to win the World Series?" He's like, "Are you kidding me? Hell no!" I'm like, "Well, the Pope grew up a White Sox fan, so I'm just saying that's the real Holy Trinity there." But he put $1 down.
Yeah, you can't make it.
What's
It's
a
shot.
What's a buck?
No,
A buck will get you $47K. Why not?
I talked to the people I know at Hard Rock, and they said a lot of people would just bet the Bears to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Now, the Bears are improving, but
Yeah,
they're like,
they're not
hey,
there
you know
yet.
what? They're not going to win it. I don't think so, but the Pope's there, so we'll go with it. And that's what people like. Gamblers will do anything. They're looking for you.
Blessed be the Bears.
That's it.
That's right.
Jason, appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I know
course.
you're busy. Panthers is the time now. You plan to go to any more games?
Yeah, man. If it's a decider game, then I'll probably go. If not, then I'll just sit back and listen to the play-by-play action right here on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, your FM home for Florida Panthers hockey.
Ooh, there it is.
Sneak that plug. Actually, that is it. And call me a nerd if you want. I don't care. Doug Plagans does such a good job calling the game. I will pause my TV and sync it up with the radio broadcast because it is that good.
Wow. It happens a lot with a lot of
baseball.
older, yeah, baseball,
absolutely.
even football. The SEC, the Gator announcer. A lot of people they've been just part of it. They want to listen to it and they love it and they do it. You see people when you go to a baseball game and they got the headsets on, and but those are like diehard fans.
Look, man, the whole time I was programming stations up in Cleveland, man. I had 2 stations that were the FM and AM home of the Cleveland Indians, now Cleveland Guardians. And we had to make special accommodations, especially on our AM transmitter, just so that was in real time. Because there was rabid fans.
Oh, yeah.
And the ratings were huge. Absolutely huge.
People love them.
Oh, absolutely. So I was never the biggest baseball nut.
Yeah.
But, that, being in Cleveland for that time that I was there really helped me kind of get into it a little bit more. It's still not my favorite. I still like basketball better than baseball, but it's a little bit better when you got a city that just totally embraces it. Like it's been a tough.
Well, you were also in the city,
right?
The thing with us is Miami's so much different, and there's not a lot of. And by the way, the time you spent in Cleveland is going to guarantee you getting to heaven. Because anybody who spends time in Cleveland, God goes, come on up.
It's such a great town, but I still go up there regularly.
I know.
Man. Yeah, it's great.
You love it.
It's a great time, man. It's affordable. The Rock Hall, man. Come on, I'm a rock guy.
Now, is your wife in there too?
My wife is originally from the Cleveland area, but she had moved out when she was like a young person, so she's been down in Florida most of the time. But
I thought maybe you met her there.
No, I met her here in South Florida doing radio actually a long time ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does she like going back to Cleveland too?
She enjoys it. Yeah, she's got family up there too.
Oh, that's good.
We visit with them occasionally when we go up there. But man, we'd really go up there for the food. I know it sounds weird because New York is such a food
Speaking
city.
of food, when are you gonna come to New York Prime? Dom, tell him.
Yeah. Ooh.
Give me some time, man. Give me another 8 hours a day, brother. I will free it up, man. It's tough just to free up time to go to a freaking hockey game.
Yeah, dinner with Greek. Come on, that's
dinner with Greek.
Yeah, you're waiting it out. Different tables.
Yeah. Oh hell no! Are you kidding me? I want to sit right across. You want to see how you cut your. So what's your go-to cut when you go there?
I just use a knife. That's it.
What do you get? You get filet, you get T-bone, you get porterhouse.
I get a filet.
All right.
Small.
All
I'm
right.
not a big eater.
Okay.
Spinach and that's it.
Medium,
he likes the
rare?
sides more.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I love the steak too, but
Okay.
I mean, I'm in there 4 times a week. Maybe
All right,
5.
I got to tell you, it will be without name, but it was still one of the best steaks that I've had at least this year was at a gentleman's establishment, and it was
Oh, I'm sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, we went there specifically for the steaks. I know, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
The scenic views were fantastic as well. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but
neck
that
brace.
steak was fire.
Yeah.
So my expectations are set. I can't wait to get to get a steak with you.
All right, bro. Thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely.
I know you're busy.
Go Cats, go! Let's go Panthers!
He's very excited about the Panthers.
Franny meowing.
Yeah, that's her. That's how we have that. That's her when she says good morning to me in the morning. Hi, Greek.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Always fun. It is Jason. Thank you for stopping in. Gator in the mornings, 98.7. You can hear Jason and Francis. He's still young. Go Cats. We're going to come back. We got Brady Matthews and a contest. We'll get to that and so much more in a few minutes. Peace.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What?
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it. Woo! Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
After your car accident, we will put money in your pocket or you don't pay us. Call Steiger Green and Finer.
Steiger Green and Finer won $300,000 for my case.
800-561-1111. 800-561-1111.
Offices, West Palm Beach.
Actual client testimonial.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Decent drive along your expressways this morning. 95 the Turnpike currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. Got some construction on Atlantic Avenue between 441 and the Turnpike. Avoid that area. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Do you know May is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month? When a motorcycle is in motion, it's more than just a motorcycle. The rider is someone's friend and family. You can save a life by taking time to look for motorcycles before turning or changing lanes. You must look for motorcycles to see motorcycles.
Are you the breadwinner in your house? Life insurance covers the cost of living in case you're not there to provide. Are you a stay-at-home parent? Then consider life insurance to protect your loved ones too. Most people don't know if you have term life insurance, you may be paying too much. Term life insurance rates are at historic lows. There's actually a price war among the top insurance companies. Call Term Busters and get a free quote fast. Term Busters will do all the hard work of comparing rates from top carriers to get you the best coverage at the lowest rates possible. Right now, a healthy 45-year-old non-smoking male can lock in $500,000 in coverage at just $55 a month for 20 years. That's right, level rate for 20 years. Smokers can get good rates too. Call now for your free rate quote, 800-200-3070. That's 800-200-3070. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Call Term Busters now. 800-200-3070. 800-200-3070. Sample rate for preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
That's your garage door. Almost broken, but technically not broken yet. And you know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So you don't fix it, 'cause it ain't broke. And it gets worse. Until one day, 2 a.m., raining alligators, carload full of dry cleaning, you push the button, and out of nowhere, guess what's broke? Your garage door. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A garage door that's almost broken can actually do more damage than one that's fully broke. Jammed up parts put an extra strain on the motor, rollers out of whack stress the tracks and the belts. Fix it early, while it's still a simple repair, and before your car gets locked out, or locked in. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Because if it's almost broke, you fix it.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
The new iHeart app just looks better.
The best feature of a car radio on the app.
It's the presets.
Super easy.
And thank you for keeping it free.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeart Radio app today.
iHeartRadio. Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have seen plenty of rain so far today, but there is more on the way. We will continue to see showers and storms through about noon. We'll see a little bit of a break in the rain, and then mid-afternoon to late afternoon, we'll start to see some more showers bubble up. These will likely be the storms that we're tracking for some severe potential.
This report is sponsored by True Green. Summer is better with True Green. Get the best lawn at the best price. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. Restrictions apply.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at realradio921.com. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
I'm amazing.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday. There's a new preset feature on the iHeart app. And guess what? We're bribing you. That's right. Make Real Radio 92.1 your first preset. Take a screen grab of us and first present it. Upload it to realradio921.com. Preset. You could score VIP passes to Welcome to Rockville this week. Do it today. We are bribing you right now. We're giving you a chance. Take a screen grab of it.
Upload it to realradio921.com/preset. And also, the Rockville ends today, but after today, if you keep on doing it, you can win Weezer tickets to Meisner Park.
Yeah, so make sure you guys take care of it. Make us your #1 preset. We always appreciate you guys listening. We're going to do a giveaway right now. We were supposed to do it a little while ago. We got sidetracked with Jason for the morning show. So if you want to go see The Who right now, call us at 877-927-6969. 877-927-6969. Phone lines are open. The Who, Greek Casino, pretty simple. Red or black, odd or even. First 18 or 19 to 36. There it is.
G-Man, red hit for me on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. You won.
Yep.
And no thank you for it. I gave you the Boston Celtics, you little biatch.
First half.
You texted me, and I get a million text messages. I responded. You go, what's the play today? I said, Boston Celtics first half. No love. You're like everybody else in my life. You wonder why I'm in therapy.
I'll give it to you now.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I said, man, don't even love. Like, come on. You do something. Say thank you. Please help us. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. And don't forget, if you get an opportunity, make us your number one preset. It could work out for you. That's right. VIP passes to Rockville today. This is the last day for Rockville. Make it happen. Take a picture, then upload it to realradio921.com/preset. There it is, boys and girls. Make us number one. You're number one with us. Dom's getting people on hold. We do have Brady Matthews is going to be calling us. We'll get into some things with Brady, and we'll see what happens with Brady and what he's got going on. What do you got, Dom?
First up we have is Karen.
Karen, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for calling. We appreciate it. We're going to play roulette. Do you know how that works?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's pretty simple. You pick a color, red or black. You could pick odd or even numbers or first 18 or 19 to 36. 3 different possibilities. You only got to pick one.
Okay.
What would you like?
Pick black.
All right. As we are speaking, it is spinning right now, Karen. This is the first time you played roulette?
It is.
You might win because a lot of times people do things first time, except for marriage. It usually works out. Oops. Everything else, you got a good shot.
Ooh, good spin.
Good spin. We'll see what happens. Okay. These are for who tickets? It just moved. It is red 3. Sorry. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great day.
What do you got next, Tom?
Next up we have is Alan.
Alan, what's happening, Alan? Alan? Alan?
Yeah, hi.
How are you, Alan? What's going on?
I'm great. How you guys?
We're good, very good. Appreciate the call. You a fan of the Who, I hope?
Oh, you know it.
All right, so you got a chance. You got to play the Greek Casino. It's roulette. It's pretty simple. It's red or black, odd or even, first 18 or 19 to 36.
Let's go with black.
All right, here we go. As we speak, Alan, it is spinning around at the Greek Casino where everybody wins. Even if you lose, you get a 5x7 at Greek. Hold on.
There you go.
There you go. I know it's top on your list.
All right.
Ooh. Looks like 21 red. Ooh. No good.
No good.
Sorry. 2 in a row. Who do we got next, Thompson? I know the phone lines are blowing up. They always do.
Next up we have is Castor.
Castor, what's happening, Castor? We got a bad connection. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right, what is your selection? I can't hear you.
He asked what the choices were again.
Oh, red or black, odd or even, first 18 or 19 to 36.
Red.
Okay.
All right, we got red.
We had 2 blacks in a row, so we're hoping for red. It's spinning as we speak. Ooh, these are for Who tickets. And it looks like we got a winner. Red 25. Congratulations. We appreciate the call. Hold on. Dominic will get your information.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dom. Great job as always. I know you're juggling a lot over there. Thanks for all your help. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show. Anything you want to bring up, you can. Talk about the Panthers. Do you think they could do it? Now that it's tied 2-2, do you feel better as a fan? Mom's Day, maybe you did something special for mom and you'd like to share it. Let us know. Or maybe you're a mom and somebody did something nice for you. Let us know. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. You could also text us at Real Radio. Right now, you can call us at 877-927-6969. I know Dom's got the phones going on. We do expect Brady Matthews to be calling us in a couple minutes. Panthers will be playing Game 5 on Wednesday. And you can hear it at 7 o'clock on Real Radio. We are the home of the Panthers all season long and the playoffs. Panthers trying to get back to the Stanley Cup. for the first time to be in their franchise history, be there 3 years in a row, which would be unbelievable. 2 years ago, we were there. We did lose. Last year, we got there and we won it all. And for Panther fans, they are excited and jacked up. Another sold-out performance last night there. I know a couple people went to the game. A lot of excitement down there, and people love it. And if you're a Panther fan, I can see you being excited. But don't forget, it is Game 5, or we got to win one game on the road. Brady, we're expecting him to call us any minute. He's supposed to be calling us. He is now in Texas. Hopefully we get to him. Doing a couple different things right now, trying to get everything on board today. Dominic's juggling a lot of stuff. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. If you want to give us a call us right now. You can get involved in the show. Talk about the Panthers. Talk about anything you want. Maybe you did something over the weekend that was special. Also, what would you like to do? UFC or maybe the Formula One on your bucket list? Let us know. Call us if there's something that you haven't done in sports that you said, hey, you know what? I want to try this. I haven't done it. Dominic works at the new golf in Jupiter where it's indoors. That's something new. Maybe that's on there, too, for you, too. Let us know, and you can call us at 877-927-6969. That's the number to call, and you guys can get involved. The jockey for the Kentucky Derby did get fined. We talked about that earlier. He did hit the horse too many times. That came out. He got fined $62,000 and banned in the next couple days from the Derby. Not a good thing. So he got fined $62,000, 20% of his purse. So that's a lot of money.
That is. You know what else is going on this weekend, G-Man?
What's up?
The PGA Championship. That's something you could bet on. And there's some good odds out there for people if you want to bet on it. So you got I believe one of your guys says the bet top 5, bet top 10 in golf.
Yeah.
So for top 5, you have Scotty plus 110, so that's pretty good odds. Or you have Bryson at plus 240. The odds go up a lot higher if you want to pick them to win, which is a lot harder to pick the exact winner. But Rory right now is plus 350. Scotty Scheffler's now plus 400, and Bryson's at plus 800.
Oh.
All three of those seem like a good contender for, winning.
Yeah, with golf, he always says to bet top 5 or top 10. So, I mean, it's a possibility where this way you don't have to worry about the guy winning. I think we do have Brady Matthews on the line trying to get him squared away. He's calling from Texas, so it's always a little bit of a time change. And with my friends, it's hard to tell time. Brady, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Greek.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. What's going on with you?
I'll tell you, Greek, the time zone. It's not that hard, but I'll tell you what, I'm not that smart.
I know. It's always a tough time with you because when we talk to each other, it's like, what time is it? What time is it? You're like a couple girls I date, and then they're in the same time zone.
Yeah.
I'm like, what time's dinner? 9? What's 9, Greek? I'm like, look at your watch. I'll tell you.
Shows up 9:30.
Yeah. What's going on? So what's up, buddy?
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah, man, just moving and shaking, baby. Moving and shaking. Just another day. It's a beautiful, positive Monday, as we say. Greek, positive Monday.
Now, I'm going to bet this today, not even knowing anything. You probably have better weather than us because it's raining and it's miserable, and I just saw a duck with a raincoat on. What do you got there?
Yeah, I heard it's awful. No, it's 75 and gorgeous today in Dallas, and it's going to be 100 on Wednesday. So
really?
We'll see what happens.
And before we get going on what's going on, when are you coming back down to South Florida? Because I had a couple of people ask me over the weekend, and I said, you know what? I know it's going to be, I think, in June, correct?
Yeah, it's going to be in June, so it's going to be a little bit later. Yeah, for sure. I'll be at Sadman in Boca, and then I'll be at the Dania Beach Improv.
All right. Well, I'm going to come check you out. You know that. We'll definitely get dinner and cigar and hang out.
For sure.
And miss you. So what's going on with the NBA playoffs? What do you think? Were you shocked when the Knicks won a couple games? Because a lot of people were.
You know what? I was. I'm as you said, I love Tibbs.
Yeah.
I like Tibbs. Because I like the defense. And the Knicks' defense looks awesome. Mikal Bridges looks like a baller out there, but for some reason they went soft in Game 3, and it looks like the Celtics have. I don't know if they're. It's the Celtics. I mean, they're defending champs, so they're gonna get that game. Game 4 will tell it all. If the Celtics win Game 4, I think that's the series.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. I mean, again, the Celtics made 25 out of 100 threes the first 2 games. I can't see that happen. The Knicks don't have enough. They got Bronson and Towns. Towns is a little banged up. I love all the stars sitting there, and everybody takes shots at them sitting courtside. It's going to be great. Atmosphere will be fantastic tonight. I'm definitely looking forward to the game like I was Saturday. But I think Boston right now, they're going to, they're not going to continue to shoot that bad. And what people don't realize, Knicks fans, is if the Celtics hit one 3-pointer in the first game and 2 in the second game, they would have won the game. It wasn't like the Knicks blew them out.
Oh, no. Yeah, and I think also when you come from two games as the Knicks won, your energy's got to be completely drained game 3.
Yeah.
It's got to be. That's a lot.
Oh, tremendously. I mean, and when you do it, you're dealing with that. And for Boston, I think they fuel that. We'll see what happens, with them. But I think they win tonight. If they lose tonight, then they're in trouble. Then they're down 3-1. I mean, the Knicks are home. They should do it.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But what's funny to me is every time I watch the Knicks, I always feel like the Knicks are not a good home team.
They're not.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they're not.
They're just not. And you think they would be because Madison Square Garden is literally it's like the Vatican for basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be the best. It's the Mecca to play basketball at.
Have you ever been there?
I've never been there, but I remember watching Jordan dunk over Patrick Ewing, and that was the best highlight of my life.
Oh, my God. You're so 90s. Quit with it. Come on. What about the Pope?
Hey, come on.
Did you bet the Bears last week? Because I know you're a Bear homie because the Pope's from Chicago.
Listen, I had a shot of Malort for my guy, Leo. That's it. Yep.
So what do you think about the Bears? Do you think this is an added bonus for them to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I saw the stat that you sent over, and I thought that was pretty funny. Listen, whatever it takes to get the Bears to win an effing Super Bowl. It's only been 100 years since we sniffed the damn thing. So, I mean, maybe this is the sign from God that we needed,
Well, gamblers are so crazy. They'll do anything when they get any kind of a notion or a tip or something like that, goes on, and they're like, oh, my God, I'm going to do this. And they heard when as soon as from Chicago, my friends in Vegas that I know a ton of them, and obviously down here in Florida, where sports betting is legit, they all said there were so many people who bet the Bears. And I'm like, the Bears? And then I said, oh, my God, the whole Pope thing? And it just shows you how bad they are. They'll go for anything.
Well, listen, anything that gives us a glimmer of hope, speaking of Chicago, like I sent to you earlier, the NBA draft lottery is tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not to jump all over the place.
No.
But, the NBA draft lottery is tonight. The Bulls have a 17% chance. And as
wait, I want to tell you, I'm looking at it right now. It says the Bears have a 1.7 chance, not 17.
Wait, you're talking about the Bulls?
Yeah, the Bulls. They have a 1.7 chance of getting the pick.
I mean, all right, fine. Listen, I'm telling you, Green, whatever it takes. I truly hope the Pope knows what's at stake here. Because when the Bulls are good and in the playoffs, it's just fun basketball.
You know what's missing in sports is guys like you and a couple of other my friends who are just pro city. No matter what it is, they love the team. Like you love the Cubs. I know that for years. You love the Bears, the Bulls. My buddy Nate loves Detroit. The Tigers, he calls me every day. The Red Wings, the Lions, the Pistons this year. And guys like you, I don't think the newer kids have that same loyalty because nobody has loyalty today. Everybody's, you got cash, you're a smash, you're broke, you're a joke, you're gone. But that loyalty that fans had, I don't see it anymore with kids. And probably because of gambling.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, back in the day, if you wanted to bet, you had to go to Vegas. Nowadays, people are only watching the game because to see if they cover it, if it's over under, or they've got their prop bets or their parlays. Back in the day, you watched the game because you wanted to see Jordan play. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, you watch the game just to see if Towns can get 5 rebounds in the first half.
It's going to be different. Like I said, it's just a different time. And somebody like you, like I said, who loves Chicago all around, I just think it's a great thing. I respect that. Now, let me ask you about Belichick and his girl. She didn't win the pageant this weekend. I know you have a say on that. Were you upset about Jordan not winning Miss Maine?
No, I think, you know what? By the way, there's a huge fan base for her. People actually are in her corner.
You think?
Or not. Oh, yeah, I looked at a whole thing on Reddit, and she has a huge fan base of people that are rooting for her to take everything that Belichick's got.
Oh, yeah, to take everything he's got. Not a fan base for her.
Kidding. And guess what? She's doing pretty good at it right now. You know what I mean? She is just tinkering away at little things. Did you see the picture or the video of him? He was at the pageant.
Yeah, no. So I said he was at the back. No, he was there.
Yeah,
he wanted Edelman to go, but Edelman got to get his hair dyed. He couldn't make it. It's crazy with him and her and the whole scenario. And everybody's got an opinion. And like I said, it's the first time in our lifetime we hear the word Jordan. We're not thinking of 2-3. We're not thinking of Michael. We're thinking of this brunette.
Let me ask you, Greek. Is this elder abuse? Is this elder?
No. I don't think he's any different than any other guy who just falls in love and meets a girl. And, we've all been there. We've all had girls that we met that, just take over your life and you consumed and you want to talk to them 10 times a day. But Belichick's different is that, you never knew he even had a family. And the age difference is the big thing. I mean, if she was 50, 55, I don't think it'd be as big of a thing, obviously. But I just think also with Belichick, all we saw growing up was his football life. Like, he worked 27 hours a day and a 24-hour day on the Patriots. I didn't even know he had a family.
Yeah.
The only time I knew he had a kid is when I saw his kid on the sidelines with that terrible haircut that looked like Stevie Wonder cut it. Besides that, I never knew.
Yeah, his son looked like on the sidelines he'd been hanging out with Macron over the weekend.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But he's getting, I think the interview was bad for him when he did look a little like, when she said, hey, we're not addressing that. All the stories that come out, she's got a $9 million portfolio that she never had. I mean, anytime you see an older guy with a young girl, people think, hey, it's about money. I mean, that's just the stereotype that's out there. So you're going to have to live with that.
Well, look at Hugh Hefner. Obviously, I mean, it wasn't technically about money.
Yeah, but Hefner was different. You was different. He wasn't that. You knew Hefner was getting his on that end. You know what I mean? Like he didn't care. He had so much money, it didn't matter. So when he was 75, he's Hugh Hefner. He's the ultimate playboy. You can't compare Belichick to Hugh Hefner. I mean, that's like Kim Kardashian and the mom. I mean, you can't compare that.
By the way, hey, listen, if the mom's available, I'm taking it. Listen, that's just me, all right? At this point, she's hot, and she's a good business. She's a good business plan.
Oh, yeah, she became your agent. Forget it. You wouldn't be calling the show anymore. You kidding me? I'd have to beg you if you was about. So if the mom called you 3 in the morning, you let her come over?
100%. Yeah, door's unlocked. Come on in.
Before any of the 5 girls?
You know what? The mom's kind of hot.
All right, hey, look, I'm not knocking. If you like her, you like her. Some people like strawberry ice cream. Whatever you like, you like. I'm not knocking you.
Call me old school. Listen, old school. She is that short, Three's Company. What was that chick's name? Janet? Or
Yeah.
She has, the thing with the short, dark hair?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought she was hot. I thought she was hotter than Chrissy. Call me crazy.
No, man. Look, any opinion you have in life is not crazy. It's an opinion.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that in sports and life, if that's what you like, great. You get her, I'll take the other 5. And I'll disappoint them.
Speaking of opinions, do you like Draymond Green saying that the media is using his antics against him in a racial way?
I mean, Draymond's Draymond. He's one of those guys, and Barkley's different as an announcer. I'm never surprised what they say. There isn't anything that's off limits. Draymond, again, like all of us in ways, it'd be like, I'm watching a game and somebody says, Greek, do you have money on the game? And I look at him like, why are you asking me that? Draymond creates all this, has a problem every game, starts fouls, punches people, hits them, and then he says, the media's done this. No, they haven't. And Draymond will end up in the media. I mean, he really will. But I'm not surprised by his antics. They say referees don't even like to deal with him. Like, they don't want to be the guy to call a technical on him or to throw him out because he has such a bad temper. But he's a little bit of a bully on a lot of ways. He's a good ball player, good defensive player. I think his best days are behind him, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's going to get a jacket. I mean, he's got 4 MVP titles. So, I was a little surprised that Clay had issues and he got injured. But But I was a little surprised at times that they shipped Clay out and they kept Draymond. But but Draymond's better in defense, rebounding and the stuff, all the incidentals that most people don't really realize in a game. Let me ask you, Brady, can you stick around for one more segment?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, because I know you got a couple of things you want to get to. It is the Penthouse on a Monday on Real Radio 921. We'll come back. We got another contest going on. Tom's going to give you an opportunity to mention it and so much more. It is a Monday on the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, "The Taliban have gone too far."
Just now?
When I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Decent drive along your expressways this morning. 95 Lee Turnpike currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. Got construction on Atlantic Avenue between 441 and the Turnpike. Avoid that area. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather Injury Lawyers.
Injured in an accident? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather for your free case evaluation. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. HELP is just a local phone call away.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, beautiful ladies, full bar, full liquor, and full nude. And if you're a sports fan, I can't think of a better place to watch sports or UFC. And coming up Memorial Day weekend, free entry and a drink for all military. Reserve a table today. It's Monroe's in Palm Beach. Entertainment 7 days a week. Beautiful ladies 7 days a week and open to 5 a.m. It sounds like a perfect night. Monroe's in Palm Beach. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, and of course, beautiful ladies. Peace.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-375-1158. That's 800-375-1158. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now. 800-375-1158. 800-375-1158.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300. Or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. That's AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Wildfire season is upon us once again, and the Florida Forest Service is reminding everyone to be prepared. Follow Florida's burn laws and visit BeWildfireReadyFL.com to learn how you can prepare your home, your yard, and your family this wildfire season.
Car accident? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. Help is just a local phone call away.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We will see periods of rain and periods of dry weather through the remainder of the day. Once we get to about mid-afternoon, that's when we're starting to see some more storms pop up because of those periods of dry, allowing for a little bit of warming. Should just stay weather aware through the rest of this day and this weekend.
This report is sponsored by True Green. Summer is better with True Green. Get the best lawn at the best price. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. Restrictions apply.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
She's back. Khloe Kardashian returns to On Purpose with Jay Shetty, and she's getting real about healing and self-love. Plus, Caroline Levitt shares what it's like being the youngest White House press secretary in history on Post Run High. And Rob Lowe spills some of the funniest stories you'll hear with Chelsea Handler on the Dear Chelsea podcast.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Just do it and shut up.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday on Real Radio 921, 101.7. Home of the Panthers. Francis is out today. I am the Greek. And Dominic's here.
Yo.
And I think we still have Brady Matthews on.
We do.
Brady, what's happening, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Sooner or later we'll get back together and it'll be good to see you. And I'm glad everything's going good for you down in Texas.
Yeah, man. Just rocking and rolling. Like I said, I just saw actually, did you know Michael Jordan's joining the NBA on NBC this coming season?
Who is?
Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Special contributor.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder how MJ is going to be, if he's going to be pretty vocal and be like, man, these guys are light. They're soft. They couldn't do anything against me. Wow. I never thought Jordan would be doing that. I mean, he don't need the money, that's for sure.
No, I never saw him doing something like that. I saw Charles Barkley doing stuff like that, Isaiah Thomas doing stuff like that, but maybe Jordan misses being in front of the camera, you know? I don't know. And maybe this is a sign that the Bulls are going to get the number 1 pick.
Oh, God, you and the Bulls. You're unbelievable. You and that Chicago City, my God. Why did you ever leave? It's so freaking great.
Freezing cold, Greek. Too cold.
Let me ask you something. A lot going on, like we said, in the world. Diddy trial, that's going on. That's going to be crazy, some of the stuff that's going to come out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I don't think Diddy's having a bad time in jail, like I said. I mean, the guy, I don't think there's a shortage of baby lotion in jail, per se. I think he's having a blast. I think all cells are open, music's blaring loud, everyone's getting great meals, and Diddy's in charge of the whole thing. So I think it's smooth sailing for Diddy in jail. Believe it or not, it's just not celebrities; it's just with actual convicts now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, there's going to be some crazy stuff that comes out, and some testimony that's going to blow people's minds every day. It's just one of those situations that there's going to be names, and I wouldn't want to be on that jury. Jury duty sucks. I wouldn't want to be on that one.
Have you ever been summoned for jury duty?
Yes, 2-3 times.
Did you go?
Yeah, of course I went. What do you think? I'm a U.S. citizen.
I don't
You kidding
know.
me? I'm the Greek. I'm a role model. They never picked me though. They said I was dressed too nice.
yeah. Not the guy in the loafers. Listen, I have a buddy of mine that got jury duty, and he just doesn't go.
I've heard that from people. I would never take that chance. I got people who say they get a letter from the IRS, they don't respond. I just don't do that. They call me, I go. It's part of life. And it sucks. I mean, who wants to do jury duty? Nobody wants to do it, but you got to go.
Yeah, terrible.
I mean, it's not a great thing. You look at it, you like when you see that thing, and I know I've heard people say that, like, oh, I get it. I don't know if I believe it or not that they don't go, but maybe they don't. I mean, who the hell knows with people? I can only count for one person every day, and that's myself, and that's tough enough.
Yeah, Dom, have you done jury duty?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, now they're listening to us, and here it goes.
Yeah, he's going to get nailed. So what else is going on at this time and with you, and that you wanted to hit on a couple topics?
Well, yeah, listen, as you know, I'm in Dallas, and people are talking around town about this is a conspiracy theory, all right? It's a surprise coming from your boy Brady Matthews. What if that Luka trade was actually just to set up LeBron James to go back to the Mavericks and play with Kyrie and KD?
I think that's wishful thinking for Dallas. Anything could happen. I don't know. I don't see it. I still think the Lakers are fine with Luka because he's going to be around longer. But anything could happen. I mean, who knows? I mean, he goes back with AD and Kyrie, maybe.
Or they get Cooper Flag. Okay, so they get Cooper Flag because they're way down there with Sacramento, Chicago, and it looks like Dallas. They get Cooper Flag. They bring back LeBron, and then Giannis goes to the Lakers.
Again, anything could happen. I mean, anything's possible. I mean, right now with the draft coming up in the summer, and tonight is the lottery selections about when you see what teams pick. It's just like the NFL draft. You hear so many different rumors, and so many different things turn out. So, I don't know. Like I said, and reporters today, there isn't any more. They just say sources say. So you don't know what's true or what's made up, or somebody's just trying to get clicks on their thing, and people look into it. So anything's possible. It keeps people intrigued, keeps people looking on blogs, keeps people, looking, LeBron to Dallas. They're saying, LeBron's camp says that he may want to go someplace else. I don't know. I think the Lakers have done everything they could for him, and obviously brought in Bronny. So could he want anything else? I don't know. Maybe. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I see Giannis possibly going to the Lakers. I think Giannis wants out of Milwaukee. If you hear guys talking about Milwaukee, one, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, Milwaukee sucks.
And It's terrible.
Yeah, it's worse than Cleveland.
That's fun to do in Milwaukee is get out of Milwaukee. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have you ever been in Milwaukee? Because you've been every blank city in the country.
I went and hung out at Jeffrey Dahmer's place for a little bit, and then I had to get out of there. Bad vibe.
We're talking to Brady Matthews. We're talking to Brady Matthews right now. Comedian. You got to check him out when he's back in Boca. Friend of the station, friend of mine for years. We hooked up again. So what's going on with the ladies in your life? Anybody coming first and center?
You know what? I've got a couple prospects, Greek. But,
okay.
I'm too busy with everything else. I'm shooting a movie, which is great.
Nice.
In a week. Yep. Down in Austin, which is great. And so we got that. So right now, you know what? The ladies are kind of on the backside for a little bit because I just don't have time for it, Greek.
So you said, are the ladies on the backside, or you prefer ladies with a nice backside? What was that?
I was trying to think of a different word. That's all the only first thing that came to my mind. So I like them on the backside. I like them on the flip side. I like them on any side as long as they're happy.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Talking to Brady Matthews. So next week, any room for Moi for a cameo on your movie? What's going on? Can I carry your bags?
Yeah, come on out. So listen, hey, we're staying at the Hilton Greek. You know how to conduct yourself when you're out of town. I'll go shoot the movie, and then we go hit the town. That's what we do.
Oh, definitely. I would love to get down there and hang out with you and see what's going on. A lot going on in the entertainment world. Mission Impossible. Can you believe that Tom Cruise still does all those stunts? I can't. That's unbelievable.
I can, kind of.
You really?
Out of his mind. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Have you ever crossed paths with him?
No, I've never done anything with Tom Cruise. I've done stuff with DiCaprio, and I've done stuff with Clint Eastwood, but never with Tom Cruise. He seems like a really intense guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd be scared if I screwed up my dialogue. I don't think I could recover from that.
Yeah, like if you go out to lunch with him and you got like a French fry on the plate, he'd probably look at you like, you going to eat that French fry?
Yeah.
Like he's that intense. That's the way I see him. You know what I mean? Like the whole time. He goes, because if you're not going to eat it, I'm going to eat it. And you're like, okay, problem.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know what's funny is I saw a clip the other day on TikTok, an old clip of Tom Cruise and you remember the movie Cocktail?
Oh, yeah, he was a bartender, and that chick was in it, Gina, the brunette. She was smoking hot.
Oh, yeah, but it was before it was franchised, TGI Fridays. You know it was at a TGI Fridays is where the bar was?
Yeah, that was his bar on the east side that he was at. Yeah. And then he got moved to some big hot nightclub downtown, and that's when the girl was a photographer from the Rolling Stones. I forget her name, Gina Gershon or something like that. She was smoking hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie's great, but that was TGI Fridays, and did you know that's what catapulted TGI Fridays?
Really?
That movie. Yeah, it's like that movie where the girls dance on the bar.
Oh yeah, Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. I'm telling you, man. That's it.
Brady's ex was in that movie, Coyote Ugly.
Yeah. Yep. She lives in Boca. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she saw. Now, what do you think about Brady coming out last week saying Now, what did Brady get paid for the Netflix? Somebody told me over the weekend, $25 million to do that. Is that true?
What?
To do the roast for Netflix?
Oh, I think it was more than that for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw $25 million as a report.
$25 million. I mean, he said last week again, I should have never did it because of my kids. Do you think Brady really just didn't realize, because you're in the comedy world, obviously how bad it was going to be? Or he just didn't get the right advice?
Well, the thing is the guy is an ultimate preparer. Like, the guy is constantly, if I was Tom Brady, I would be like, okay, who are the guys that are going to be in it? Oh, these guys? Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. But for $25 million, I guess you do it. But listen, I would have a thing where I'd be like, you can't talk about my kids, and you can't talk about my ex. Other than that, let's have a blast.
I don't know if they would have did it because that was so much. And Nikki Glazer, I've talked about it 50 times. She really her career just take a whole nother level with that. I mean, she was the MVP. She's going to be down here at Kravis. I'm going to check her out. I'm not a big person to go see comics. You're one of the only ones I've seen. You, Paul Mercurial, my buddy Johnny C., who played one time at Improv, and a couple other guys. But Joe Coy. But, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing her. But she's really, like, some of her lines in that Brady thing. Now, on a roast, though, you're never privy to the stuff, right?
Not really, no. You don't know really technically what's coming up. And you also can't really you sign off on the jokes because that's the whole point of a roast. And it's about your reaction. So it has to be pretty organic, you know. Like what they were touching on the Aaron Hernandez stuff, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That Aaron Hernandez, I mean, like they didn't hold back on Aaron Hernandez at all.
No, they hit her. They started with Kraft, but he got up right away and he said something like, "Hey, cut that out." But
the Jeff Ross.
Yeah, he did. They did not like Giselle look good. I mean, you know, that was a bad thing, and you got to think of her kids. But again, I didn't realize he got paid $25 million. I thought like 3 or 5. When I read $25 million, I was like, "What are you bitching about?" I mean, that's serious jack, even for Tom Brady.
Yeah, $25 million. I mean, that's someone's whole life. No one makes that in a football salary unless you're Tom Brady. So I don't know. That's just I don't know. It was crazy, but it was one of the better roasts I think I've seen in a long time. And then my boy Tony Hinchcliffe was on Bill Maher recently too.
Okay.
And so it just shows what that can do to catapult your career. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I am seeing a thing about Michael Jordan now to be on the mic to join the NBC team. Wow, that's unreal. And Jordan's really done no media at all like that. I mean, the last time I saw Jordan was in an interview, and it was for Cigar Aficionado, the magazine, where I saw him, but they also filmed it. But he doesn't do anything like this.
Or The Last Dance, which was all his saying.
Yeah, that was in 2020, and that wasn't really an interview or him with the media. It was his portrayal of the last few years. Go ahead. His career.
Yeah, but don't you see Jordan just being too cocky when they ask him questions? Because, for instance, when they asked about Gary Payton in The Last Dance, and they go, the glove says that he was all over you, and he goes, the glove?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, huh? No, that was never a problem for me. So I wonder if he's going to be that cocky or if he's going to be open to actually, you know, doing more analytics, or is he just there for more for fun? I don't know.
He's Jordan. Again, he's not one that's been on the mic at all. At all. I mean, it's to see him get I haven't seen him. I can't remember the last time they interviewed anybody. He was ever on. A long time it is. His brand is phenomenal. The Jordans. I mean, still makes, I think, $300 million just for Nike a year. So I am surprised he's doing this. I really am. Because he is somebody since, he sold Charlotte. Like, he really didn't want to be involved with the media. I don't think him and Scotty will be joining each other on the show at all.
No, I don't think so. Or Laura Pippen and Jordan's kids either. I don't think they'll be joining as well.
Well, she broke up, but the kid and her are done. She's going out with some other guy now, some other basketball player. Pippen cannot get a break because that's her last name, and she's getting married again. It's just like every time you turn around, this girl is with another guy, and it's in the tabloids.
You ever seen Boogie Nights? It reminds me of the guy and his wife when she was in Boogie Nights. And I'm not going to explain what it is, but he couldn't catch a break. His wife was always doing something with some other guy at the party.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, he probably just wants to go out there. And then The Last Dance, he didn't like the way he was portrayed because Jordan said he was selfish. I am shocked, though, about Jordan going to him. That's a big get for them. I mean, that's as huge as Brady. When Brady obviously was doing the play-by-play this year for Fox. So I am shocked about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think these guys kind of miss being in the limelight. They miss chopping it up. So why not? The only way you can get back in it is in front of the camera commenting on it. I'm curious to see how he's going to be in front of the camera because if you remember, Jordan wasn't the best actor either. So
I don't remember anything he acted in.
He did
Space Jam.
Oh, wow. Space Jam. There we go. The Space Jam. Oh, yeah, that won an Oscar. He was better than LeBron in Space Jam.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was awful. But listen, if you're dealing with fake cartoons, you should get an Oscar for that. That seems pretty hard.
Brady Matthews, everybody, talking to him, comedian, friend of the show. Who do you think wins it all in hockey and in the NBA?
I think the Panthers repeat. I think
really?
The Panthers go for a repeat.
Wow.
Yeah, why not? They look solid. They look really good. And also, I don't have a dog in the fight at all. I could care less about Winnipeg. The Golden Knights, great, whatever.
The Stars,
the
maybe.
Golden Knights are always in it. But the Stars are looking awesome, right? I think the Stars and the Panthers have a really strong chance to go all the way. I think it comes down to goaltending too. If you have a really good goaltender, you can go far.
Of course,
you can possibly win the whole thing.
Oh yeah, you need a hot goalie. You got a hot goalie, you're going to go far. And what about in the NBA?
NBA, I could see the Nuggets repeating because I think
really,
or I think I think Oklahoma State is just too. They're too young, dude. They're too young, and I'm not a big Chet Holmgren fan. I think Jokic kind of can figure it out towards the end of the game. I like them, and I like the Celtics. I think I could see Celtics and Denver going back at it. So, yeah.
Talking to Brady Matthews, always a pleasure. Gives us the runaround of what's going on, the scoop on sports and entertainment, and everything else going out there. So what else is going on in Dallas or in the area in Austin that you highly recommend for people? I know last time you were telling us about a couple strip clubs.
Well, listen, hold on. Before we get there, not technically strip clubs. They're not strip clubs. They're gentlemen's places to go get good food and great environment, is like how I like to put it. But real quick before we get to that, I wanted to get your take on this because everyone was laughing about Pickens going to the Cowboys. And a lot, I guess, GMs were offered Pickens from the Steelers, and almost all of them passed.
He's a head case.
I don't know what you saw that I saw from last season, but the guy's awesome. And I like it because I think CD takes a lot of weight off CeeDee Lamb. Also coming with the new coach, and you got George Pickens in there. You got a solid run game, dynamite tight ends, and a solid defense. So I think this closes the gap in that division with the Eagles. What is your thing? What do you think?
I think it was a great pickup, but I don't think they're close to the Eagles. Yeah, it was a great pickup. He's a head case. He didn't get along with Tomlin. He had like 4 personal fouls. He didn't want to go to practice. He's not a big routine guy, but maybe he goes to Dallas and he does better. But I think if he plays up to his potential, he's definitely an asset. And the Cowboys got him for nothing. I mean, so that's the whole thing.
Yeah, they got him for nothing.
I mean, like everything else in life, somebody might say to me tonight, "You want a Yankee cap?" And I'm like, "I don't need one. It's $1. I'll buy it." When something's such a good price, you got to take it. So I think he's an asset, and he'll be in a new neighborhood. He'll be happy. But a lot of these guys, it's the squeeze isn't worth the juice with all the headaches. But I think that he'll be I think it's a great pickup for Dallas at the end of the day. But I don't think they're any closer to Philly. I think Philly's pretty much ahead of everybody in that division by a lot.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I like it, listen, spice it up. The Cowboys have been somewhat mediocre for the past, 10 years. Spice it up. Bring in Terrell Owens. Bring in the Deion Sanders. It can't hurt at the end of the day.
No, I think it's a good pickup.
Get rid of him.
No, I think he's a very good pickup, but I just think Philly's very deep. They got a great GM. They bring guys in there. They do well and they draft. I think Dallas did well in the draft with the guard they got from Alabama, and I think they're going to be good, but I can't see him winning over 9 or 10 games. I just can't.
Okay. I guess we'll see. Who's your sleeper team in the NFL? Who did you like? I'll give you mine, and then you give me yours.
Oh, you sound like the girl I was with last night. Oh, she said the same thing. I'll give you mine if you give me yours. Sleeper team, maybe the Rams in the NFL.
How come?
Well, because I think they went far last year. They picked up Adams. They got a pretty good young defense, and I think their quarterback's still really good.
Yeah, I like Stafford a lot. I like him a lot. What about you, Dom? Who's your sleeper?
My sleeper, I'm going to say, I guess the Bills isn't really a sleeper, but.
I mean, at the AFC, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the Bills. It's going to be the Ravens. It's going to be the Chiefs. It's the same 3. That's not going to change.
We'll go with the Cowboys as a sleeper.
Yeah, that's a big sleeper.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Who's your sleeper?
Okay, you guys are going to be like, Brady, you're smoking that dust.
Oh, Chicago Bears. Here it comes.
No. I like the Giants.
Oh, my God.
Even worse.
Are you crazy?
Stop.
I got a better chance of having dinner with Halle Berry tonight. The Giants. Are you kidding me? The Giants can hit water if they fall out of a boat. That organization is in so much trouble. Oh.
Okay. You guys listen to me right now. I want you guys to, Dom, I want you to make this today. We'll put this down, all right? Stamp it. Jackson Dart's going to be a stud. someone's going to be Rookie of the Year out of that group. It's going to be either Scadaboo, Jackson Dart, or Carter. I like all three of those draft picks. Those guys are studs.
Dart's not even going to play next year, Jackson Dart. They got Russell Wilson.
Doesn't matter. He's going to be in there, I promise you. Russell Wilson's got 3 games, and then he's going to be holding Sierra's handbags.
I wouldn't even leave the house if I was Russell Wilson.
Holding her handbag.
I wouldn't leave the house if I was Russell Wilson. Every morning I wake up, I'd be like, I got a headache.
Nah, he's picking out his outfit for the Met Gala next year. Give me a break.
Oh, my God. I love you. All right. If the Giants win, you're saying the Super Bowl or a dark horse?
No, I said they make the playoffs. I'm saying they make the playoffs.
Oh, my God.
Jackson Dart, from what I'm seeing in rookie minicamp, which I know is nothing, I love his moxie. I love the way he talks to he dabbed up all the media guys. He just looks the part. The guy's wearing 2 chains before he's got like $1 million around his neck, and he's throwing warm-ups, and he's flicking the ball and throwing it 70 yards. The guy's a stud.
I can't even bet this. This is how far-fetched this is. I mean, it is unbelievably, you're dreaming. But, like, everybody's worth an opinion. I'm going to try to think of something that I could do for a bet for you because I am shocked that you haven't said the Giants.
100%.
And you're saying they're going to make the playoffs.
I stand with it. Yeah.
All right. If the Giants make the playoffs, I will send you a Snickers bar with a piece bitten off. That ain't happening.
All right, I can get that down the street. That's fine. That's how you want to do it. But listen, me and Dom agrees with me, don't you, Dom?
Not really.
No, not the Giants.
No. He likes you, but not that much. Brady, good talking to you. Thank you for taking time. I know you're busy. Great luck on the movie. Maybe we'll get to talk to you sooner than later. And much success, my friend.
I really appreciate it. Great talking to you guys as well. And let's catch up next week.
You got it, buddy. Brady Matthews, everybody. He's going to be back in the Florida area in a couple of weeks, about a month. Great show. You will enjoy it, and you will be entertained. It is the Greek and Dominic. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Our Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are roaring through the playoffs. Now facing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2. The quest for a repeat is heating up, and Real Radio is your ultimate destination for all the action. It's heart-pounding playoff hockey, and we're bringing you every thrilling moment. Tune in for every goal, every check, every fight, every face-off, and every victory. Can't get to a radio? Stream Real Radio 92.1 anywhere with our free iHeartRadio app. Florida Panthers hockey on Real Radio is presented by Precision Garage Door. Why settle for better when you can have the best? Schedule your appointment today at flgaragedoor.com. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Major accident involving a truck, I-95 North. This is your ramp to Indiantown Road. That off-ramp completely closed. Watch out for those wet roadways. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Everglades Equipment Group. Everglades Equipment Group is rooted in Florida and supplies reliable John Deere equipment and generations of Florida know-how. When roots run deep, taking care of the land comes naturally. Visit EFE1963.com.
That's your garage door. Almost broken, but technically not broken yet. And you know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So you don't fix it, 'cause it ain't broke. And it gets worse. Until one day, 2 a.m., raining alligators, carload full of dry cleaning, you push the button, and out of nowhere, guess what's broke? Your garage door. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A garage door that's almost broken can actually do more damage than one that's fully broke. Jammed up parts put an extra strain on the motor, rollers out of whack stress the tracks and the belts. Fix it early while it's still a simple repair and before your car gets locked out or locked in. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Because if it's almost broke, you fix it.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
And 62225. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
All about the presets.
That is the best new feature. It's like a car radio right on the app. There's a list of what's trending. There's all the podcasts. I love it.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We will see periods of rain and periods of dry weather through the remainder of the day. Once we get to about mid-afternoon, that's when we're starting to see some more storms pop up because of those periods of dry, allowing for a little bit of warming. So just stay weather aware through the rest of the day.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings are in full bloom at Lowe's. Right now, get Miracle Grow 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Shop these savings and more at Lowe's. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Hawaii and Alaska. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
I'm your bitch.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday on 92.1 Real Radio. Also 101.7, home of the Florida Panthers. Don't forget, on Wednesday night, Panthers take the ice again up in Toronto for Game 5. Let's go, Panthers. I am the Greek. Dominic is here.
Hey there, G-Man. Real quick, I just want to remind listeners that they could win meals for a month. Want to eat totally free for an entire month. Flavorful meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the entire month for free. You've been hearing Franny talk about it a bunch, and I know she uses Ideal Nutrition all the time.
She loves it.
So does Jason. They want to give you meals for a whole month for free, and all you got to do is go to realradio921.com/meals to sign up.
Thank you so much. This show will be called Friends of the Greek today. It was an all-star lineup of Friends of the Greek. And this is a guy who would take a picture with me in public. Brian Mudd joins us for WJNO in the mornings. Always a good show. I always check him out on social media. Always something I pick up. And I always learn something every single day. So thanks for stopping in.
And I'm also somebody who would look good to you
next to you in a picture, too. So, a lot of times you're having to pick up the slack. Not so much.
No, I like the confidence. I like the confidence. We play a game here once in a while. What's in my pocket? If Brian guesses what's in my pocket today, he gets the whole thing. All right? That's his pay for doing a segment. That's fair.
I'm going, you said you had a good weekend, right? First thing Greg said, he came in today, he said, the Greek organization had a great weekend. So I'm going 4,700.
Wow.
Ooh.
You said it was a good weekend.
Wow, that might be right on. Everything's real here. I don't know.
I see way too many ones, though.
Oh, yeah. We're sorry. Uh-oh. We're getting the count.
This could be right on.
Uh-oh.
It's looking pretty
It's
good,
close.
actually. Yeah.
Now
Just
it's
kind
getting
of
close.
spotting this.
It's coming down to the last stack. Uh-oh. He might be giving it up.
He's starting to sweat it.
Wait a minute.
He's missing 100.
Now there's money that's like falling off the desk. He's like, get this out of here.
He's like checking other pockets.
The breathing has picked up.
Yeah, it is. I think we're looking at 4360.
Wow.
4360. That's pretty good.
4380. 4380.
4380. That was a solid call.
I don't know. I might be off one or two because I always have a tendency of missing. But I did. It moved a little. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
I've known the Greek for a long time.
Yeah, in certain amounts. I think I might be off my count, too. I might have to go against. Well, anyway, we'll get to it. But it's close. It is close. It was a good night for the Greek organization. So when you said that, I was like, oh. And I didn't have to pay anybody this morning. So it was always good.
And get this, Brian. He's missing a credit card.
Oh, yeah. I bumped into a girl who has my credit card, but has not charged anything. So that's a good thing. So
here is the latest story that does not end well. How is it that you go through a weekend?
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, there's this woman. She's got my credit card.
It was from Thursday. It wasn't a week.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been since Thursday. But she's not technically in a state right now. So she's in.
This makes it much better.
She's vacationing with this card now.
And let me guess, you've not turned this card off either, have you?
No, I know her. I met her Wednesday.
Met her Wednesday, yeah.
You're actually hoping she charges stuff, and now you've got something you can work with here.
See, I mean, you know the madness. It's not even March.
Well, now you owe me a little something. How's dinner on Wednesday night? Is that what the conversation would be?
How was dinner on Wednesday night?
Yeah, that's what you're angling for here. You're looking for her to charge something, so you can come back and say,
"We should have dinner."
We should have dinner.
No, now you owe me dinner.
Well, isn't it about scoring the touchdown? It doesn't matter how.
Wow.
I mean, again, that's what I look at. She hasn't charged anything. I've talked to her. We've gone back and forth texting. She seems like a very nice girl. I met her actually on Wednesday, and she left Thursday.
You met her on Wednesday.
Yes.
And she leaves with your credit card on Thursday.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Nothing to see here.
No, nothing bad. Nothing bad. I do trust
It was an
her.
accident. How do you accidentally end up with somebody else's credit card that you just met?
We were kidding around back and forth, talking about going to Bahamas. And I said, yeah, here, take my credit card. And ended up, she left, and I told her, we both forgot. And then when I left.
Oh, yeah, she didn't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, she forgot, I'm sure.
This girl's strong. She is. Serious belief. She doesn't need my thing, but I do check every morning. I called American Express this morning. The girl got on. Hello, this is Gail from American Express. Hi, Greek. I said, she charged anything? She said, no, you're good. I said, all right, Gail, talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Let me ask you about the whole Belichick mess. I said this off the air. It's the first time in our life that we hear the word Jordan. We don't think of number 23. Where does this end up? Because you're pretty good with my life, and I still can't believe you came up with the right number almost.
When you could have a grandchild that is younger or that would be older than your girlfriend is, that's a problem. Like, to each their own and whatever else.
Yeah.
But Belichick could literally have a grandkid older than his girlfriend. That story never ends well. It doesn't go well. He's obviously having a late life crisis.
Yeah.
And she's obviously having fun with his money.
So where do you think it goes, though? You think it affects him to coaching?
That North Carolina had to put out a statement last week saying
crazy.
that she was not banned from the team facilities, which, by the way, when you hear that she is around the team facilities,
that's scary.
Right. Where does your brain go?
No wonder recruitment went up.
Where's the quarterback?
Yeah. So where do you think it ends for him? Now, he's doing Good Morning America this week. Last week, the CBS interview, we talked about it 50 times. It was crazy. He looked so bad.
None of this goes well. He's trying to do a publicity tour. I mean, we're talking about a guy who fought with Robert Kraft for years because he didn't want to put on real close and just wanted to wear sweats on the sideline.
Yeah.
Now he's doing a media tour. I mean, no, this guy is completely outkicking his coverage. He's way out of his lane, and there's no chance any of this goes well.
Mud was actually a lot closer than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
He said 47. It looks like 46 and change.
Good wow.
Gosh. Wow, that's
close enough to take the payment, I think. Within $100.
Well, we didn't say within. It's pretty close. I got scared. I thought you were in my pants.
Whoa.
What the hell's going on here?
There are a couple things that are safe. One of them is that I'll never be there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Most people are. So it doesn't end well. Do you think North Carolina, does it ever get where they just buy him out? There's people saying maybe they should even let him go. He only has $1 million buyout.
Well, I mean, there are a couple things. The first is college football is
huge.
A joke now, too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so NIL has completely screwed everything up.
It's screwed up, but it's still bigger than ever. I mean, yeah.
It is and it isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, this story, you want to talk about stories aren't going to end well.
Mhm.
The NIL situation, as it's currently sitting, is not going to end well.
No.
But he carries juice, right? So
Yeah.
you take a look for North Carolina. Okay, it's Bill Belichick. So how does that help, the recruiting perspective and what will boosters put behind a program that is being coached by Belichick? And so you can make the case that financially there's benefit as long as his name's attached to
And he's got credibility,
that
obviously.
team. Yeah, because players want to go pro. They want to make as much money as possible, and the boosters want to try to figure out how to pay as little as possible to get the talent. So
Yeah, it's an amazing amount of money that people put into college sports. We're talking millions beyond belief. People don't believe it. I mean, they don't realize that this year, we saw a stat last year, there's 5 or 6 teams that are going to be spending over $40 million on their team.
Well, you take a look at it, and here you have, Texas's quarterback that lost money
to go to the pros.
Right. He went to the NFL and lost money. If he had taken an NIL deal somewhere, he'd probably be making $5 million more than he will this year.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about that, before they used to get paid, nobody knew about it. Now, I mean, they get paid and they're making more, and they say, I'll stay one more year because I'm going to make more, which is just a crazy thing. We talk about social media a lot and phones and text messages. Where do you feel on phones? Where it feels to me like phones are so much more important to people than anything. Like they lose their phone, they have a fit, or they leave it in a restaurant or something, they run back, they see people run back in, they leave their kid, they don't worry about it. I mean, it's so crazy. And it starts to surpass everybody's life when you get more texts than calls.
This is true.
And my thing is, if you need a favor from me, which my phone is inundated with every day, which at least pick up the phone. Like, at least call me. How's your mom? It's weak. And do you have tickets for the Panthers? That to me, like, show me a little love.
Or it's like me. What was the text I sent you on Saturday, Greek?
He texted me on Saturday afternoon, and now he's in a rotation because I will always get back to everybody who texts me, I get back to. That's one of my rules. And he said to me, what is the bet on Saturday? Typical person that I could just in my crew. Perfect. Or somebody I dated. I told him Boston Celtics first half. Celtics win and cover. I don't hear anything. Rest of the day,
I was busy. You know I was busy, though, at the Hard Rock.
You weren't busy enough to call me, bitch. Text me. So typical. I said, oh, my God, he fools in shape. All my friends blow me up. I mean, blow me up. 15, 20 texts, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
By certain people. Then the game wins, you don't hear anything. It's critics. I mean,
Crickets.
It's the same thing.
You always hear if they lose, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What were you thinking? Get your head out of your ass. You're chasing too much tail. What's wrong with you? I know. That's what I love about people. Like, I know. If I knew, I've said this a million times, I'd be in a boat in Monte Carlo, 2 brunettes feeding me grapes. I don't know. It's a good guess. And I do my homework, but he was typical. And I got right back. I said, and then I'm watching a game. I'm sitting there watching a Celtic game with about 10 of us. And I'm saying to myself, I haven't heard back from him. And he was at the Hard Rock at the pool party. I mean, I gave you a little grace there because I know there was a lot of tail. So at least I was there.
I was busy.
You were busy. So where do you think it goes with social media and people? Like, it just seems like it's so out of control.
Well, the bigger problem is what Zuckerberg was talking about last week, where they want you to have AI friends, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a movie anymore. It's not a video game kind of scenario. They want you to have a real-life AI digital friend and take the place of actual people. The point where that happens the ship sails because you have a relationship with technology. Like people actually think, oh yeah, this is where the action is.
And it's like when people say I got 1,000 friends on Facebook.
Right.
But they can't get a ride to the airport.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's crazy where it's going and where the interaction and the big switch, obviously, generations are so different, the younger to us, but it's so crazy that people just, that's it. I mean, their phone is their Bible.
So you're going to see this go, I think, at two different directions. I think you're going to see people that are all in and sucked in, and that's all that their world is. And I think you're going to see a rebellion. I think you already are starting to see it where some people are disconnecting. You notice there are flip phones that are back?
Yeah.
You get like a Motorola StarTAC, like back in the day again if you wanted. So there
you see one now, you think somebody's in trouble. Yeah. What happened? You lose your job? You crapped out? What'd you do last night? It's just amazing to me how people are so much on them religiously. I mean religiously, like even in a restaurant. You see, like I watch people, obviously that's one of the things I'm very to my surroundings, and couples out and everybody's looking at their phone.
Well, that is something that's really sad. And actually there's plenty of research on this. You can tell if there's a healthier relationship based upon if somebody is on their phone at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. If you have two people, they're sitting across from each other and they're both on their devices, unless there's some kind of emergency that just happened, that's a problem in a relationship.
No doubt. No doubt about it. You should be focused on the person you're with.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you should be, but people aren't. I mean, or you'll have another time I watch 4 or 6 people at a table and they're all on their phones. It should be no phones.
Well, I mean, and that's just it. I have no interest in being around people if you don't want to be around me.
That's true.
If all you want to do is hang out around me so you can, sit there and text with other people, then go away and go text with other people.
I know you touch on this a lot and on our economy and the country, wherever it's going and everything. And you feel right now we're going in a good spot?
So we just came off of one of the greatest weekends we've seen in modern history.
And not only for the Greek organization, but for the country, for USA too. Wow, that's unbelievable.
It's amazing how things all come together. No, so a couple different things without getting into all the trade stuff. So it all seemed crazy when the tariffs were announced back in the beginning of April. You saw the financial markets roll over everything else. And what I kept coming back to is, look, there are two things that are absolutely truths in American history. Anytime you have a bear stock market, which means declines at 20% or more, those are the single best times in American history to buy. So not only is it not a good idea to freak out and go sell, which everybody else does.
Pay panic.
But whatever you got, this is where, the Greek organization goes all in, and all chips on the table.
Yeah.
That's when you go in, especially when you got somebody like Trump. Because here's the next thing. Is Donald Trump's legacy going to be killing the American economy? No, he knew he was doing something. So here's the craziest stat I've got for you today. We lose huge money to everybody, right? Mm-hmm. We have all these awful trade deficits. We have this huge debt, $37 trillion in debt. I mean, it's ridiculous numbers. It's like monopoly money. It's so insane. You know what's happened with the implementation of the tariffs, with Doge, Musk and company doing the Doge thing? 92% of the deficit gone.
Wow.
We almost balanced the budget.
Wow.
Since Trump got into office through this weekend before they get to his whole agenda. And so you kind of see the plan coming together. And now he's getting the trade deals done that will permanently work out the trade deficit piece. So our economy is better. Our trade deficit is almost wiped out. And, American businesses and workers aren't getting screwed anymore. And the next piece is you're going to end up seeing with his big, beautiful, the aesthetically pleasing bill that is being worked on in Congress. It'll have his no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. So that becomes the next piece on back of all this trade stuff getting done. And that's independent of, brokering like a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, getting Zelensky and Putin. Looks like they're going to meet on Thursday.
Oh, wow. So things are going good.
Huge.
So you're feeling good about things.
Things are great. We're in the best position we've been in since prior to COVID.
And he's getting a new plane, I heard.
Yeah, I mean, things are going so well. Like, Rick, you would appreciate this. Things are going so well for Trump right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, how would you like a new jumbo jet, a new Boeing jumbo jet? Qatar and have this too.
It's unbelievable.
All gold.
Yeah. They're
Wow.
just giving it to him.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a new phone right now. in Boca, they'll ask you, what's your number? I was at a restaurant the other night, and this woman asked me if I ever had work done. I said, in my car? She said, no.
How do you improve upon perfection?
Oh,
That's what Greek is saying.
That's not what I'm saying, but that's what I was thinking. Brian Mudd joins us. Always fun. WJNO in the mornings. We talk about from A to Z, whatever's going on. I don't know how familiar you are with Charles Barkley and what he says and different things like that. And Barkley,
I think he's a character. I like Charles.
He's a lightning rod.
He tells it like it is.
Yeah, and that's what I
don't
like.
always agree with him, but he tells it like it is.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure there's people with you. Same thing
Sure.
with me. You got to be real. And
Stephen A. is another one that I respect that way.
Yeah, Stephen A's out there too. No doubt about it. Guy's making $20 million a year. But Barkley is going to be working with ESPN now, and he said over the weekend, he goes, "Nobody can fire me at ESPN. I'm not going to listen to what they say, and nobody can tell me what to do." And you and I have been together for 20 years, and so many times we've had conversations where you've been like, "Gee, take it down a notch. Take it down a notch. Relax." But yeah, Barkley is such a lightning rod to me. Like, things he says are just so off the table that it cracks me up. Like last week, he took a big shot at fraternities, and Shaq was talking about fraternities. He goes, "Oh, anybody who's a fraternity is a joke." Like, I mean, you got so many people that had a comment about it, but sometimes I don't know if that's him just saying it or that's him trying to get people to hit it. But I think it's more of him saying it.
I know. I think he's real. If you go back to, he was a trash talker when he was a player.
Oh, yeah.
He's been this guy way his entire life. And he's very much like you. He just puts it out there and you can take it or leave it. And a lot of people want to leave it. And by the way, he's absolutely right about fraternities and sororities. They are all jokes.
I like Barkley, though. I always did. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's funny. I love him on the NBC. I think he does a great job. And again, with the NBA playoffs, you're watching it and seeing him. And he's somebody that, like I said, you think about like dream interviews, and that's where I'm going next. For you, who would you want to have as a dream interview? Say a couple people, but it doesn't have to be politics. It could be other things. Just a couple people that maybe you would like to have on your show that right now maybe you couldn't do. Oh, what's also one of mine, I wouldn't mind have Dana White on. From UFC.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, look, I'm jaded that way because I have interviewed Trump while he's been president and things like that. So I've had the opportunity to interview most of the people that, like, I really want to. So it's a good and interesting question. Probably you're going to be like, what in the world? Javier Milei. He is the president of Argentina.
Okay.
And I think he is
beautiful ladies in Argentina, by the way.
Yeah, great wine.
Yeah.
Great wine. Love my Argentinian Reds. And he is brilliant. He's probably the single best economic mind in the world, my opinion.
Wow, so that's who to be. How about in different areas like sports or entertainment? Was there anybody that you would want to sit down with? Or have on your show, let's say.
So, I mean, I could cover it. So I acted when I was young, and I also was on the music side of the business for my first 4.5 years in radio. And so I had a lot of really interesting encounters and conversations that way that were, great. Keanu Reeves was terrific early on.
He's up for John Wick 5 to be a stuntman.
Yeah,
he looks a little like him with the beard.
Yeah, so Forces of Nature, and that was being filmed with Sandra Bullock in Savannah years ago. I was there with them for that, and some of those things were kind of neat. These days, if I'm thinking entertainment, that one's tough. Like, there's nobody in Hollywood I go, man, I want to be spending a lot of time with those people.
Yeah. I'm talking about just an interview. Like Brad Pitt, I think we could have sit down with.
I have no interest.
How about John Daly? I think he'd be interesting.
Oh, John Daly's a character. I did interview him once years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. That was during a tour event when I was doing a pregame show. He was a blast for that. It was around the time that he had like his box of wares selling outside of the Masters.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of people. I could come up with a list.
Never know what you're going to get with Daly in that box of things. But no, in sports, my favorite person I've not talked to would be Peyton Manning, probably.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of the Manning family. Have never talked to Peyton.
And I think he's probably very cool.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to think about the entertainment realm in particular, another one you're going to think I'm crazy on, I guess, but it would probably be the developer of The Chosen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so religious theme here, but
I used to have a bookmaker who used to call me. That was my nickname, The Chosen.
The Chosen. That's great.
He used to go, the chosen's here. The chosen child. I'd be like, thanks, Sammy. Of course, his name was Sammy. We're talking to Brian Mudd, WJNO in the mornings. And Brian always and I have a very good relationship. Really do. And a lot of times he gets such a kick out of things, of stories and stuff like that. So years ago, and I told this last night, somebody told me to bring it up, and I think this will be the last thing we'll get to that'll crack you up. I used to bet in New York City, of course, with this one gentleman who owned a Chinese restaurant. And when you went in, if you won, you used to get your money in the little to-go boxes.
That's great.
And nobody ever knew. You walked out of a restaurant and you had the little, and who doesn't walk out with a to-go box? The little ones. You remember the little cardboard ones? Yeah. And out of a restaurant, right? I mean, it was an ingenious thing that he thought of. And I remember the first time I went there, and I was getting like the lay of the land. He's like, Greek, this is what we do. So I'm like, oh my God, I said, you Craig, this is unbelievable. And I said, imagine if you ever mixed up like somebody was supposed to get chow mein. And they opened up and they got 37.5 wrapped up. And it was always perfect. And you went into two separate lines. Like when you walked in, it was on Fridays. You went to the right if you won, left to eat it. And they had your name there and they would have it. And my code was Hollywood. And they would have a little sticker on it like Hollywood. And then you just walk out.
Did they have legit customers in business
too?
Oh,
no, place was huge, big place, but this is what he did on his side, but it was one of the greatest.
How do you keep the trafficking and the money laundering from the legit business?
I don't know if it was money laundering, Your Honor. But I thought it was a great, and last night I told her I had dinner with a couple people, and this woman was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. She was like a regular person, and she was like, does this go on? I'm like, yeah, it goes on. It's like the time Leo, we were in a Russian establishment, a gambling place in a bodega.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Real.
What? How do you end up there? Of all the bad ideas you've had,
it wasn't a bad idea.
Yes, it was.
We knew the guy, and he wanted us to come by to show him a little business. So we went by. It was a bodega on the east side. Me and Leo spoke Russian. We thought. We thought. Oh, he put a bet in that he thought was one price. It turned out to be the other price.
Oh, good God.
Thank God we won. Because if we didn't, it would have been a bad.
You would be speaking to Mr. Putin.
Oh, yes. I'd probably be making cowboy boots in Austin. It wouldn't be good. But the restaurant ones are going, right? I mean, you got to give it credit.
Oh, that's well done.
And so every time you go to a restaurant in the future, you'll think about it. Somebody walks out with a to-go box. Is there 27.5 in there? Brian, always great talking to you. I appreciate you being involved in Greek and Friends today.
I'm glad I could peg how successful of a weekend you had.
Yeah, that was good. That was
really good.
That was really scary. You remind me of somebody I used to date, and I used to just like hand it to her. I'd be like, my God.
He was seriously ready to break out in a sweat. The breathing, it picked up.
I was like, whoa, my God. What, you got a text from Hard Rock? Have a great day, and thank you.
Peace.
I appreciate Brian Mudd, everybody. WJNO in the mornings. Always a good show. Very entertaining, and you can learn something every single day. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
The whole moon is this weekend.
All right, you have my ears.
It's also called the hot moon. Some people call it the strawberry moon, but I like the whole moon.
Call it your mom moon.
Hey.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Major accident involving a truck, I-95 North. This is your ramp to Indiantown Road. That off-ramp completely closed. Watch out for those wet roadways. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather Injury Lawyers.
Injured in an accident? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather for your free case evaluation. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. HELP is just a local phone call away.
Hey, it's Franny, and if you're looking to unload your ride, then head on over to GiveMeTheVin.com. Already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better thanks to their big cash giveaway. They're handing out $25,000 in cash every single month. A mail-in entry gets you 250 chances to win, but if they buy your car, boom, that's 1,000 chances to score the cash. Just go to GiveMeTheVin.com, enter your VIN, get top dollar offer in minutes, and skip the kickers for good.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I want you to ask yourself right now, how am I actually doing? Because it's a question that we rarely ask ourselves. All of May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and on the psychology of your 20s, we are taking a vulnerable look at why mental health is so hard to talk about. Prepare for our conversations to go deep.
I spent the majority of my teenage years and my 20s just feeling absolutely terrified.
So this Mental Health Awareness Month, open the free iHeartRadio app, search the psychology of your 20s, and listen now.
Some big news. Iran is threatening to wipe Israel off the map and destroy America. Now, UN inspectors say Iran is close to getting nuclear weapons, just weeks away. But President Trump vows he won't let them. He's even moved 2 aircraft carriers to the area. This is a big story, and Newsmax's Rob Finnerty is covering it all this week and exposing the real threat. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight for Rob's series Stop Iran and find out Trump's secret plan to fix this. Watch Finnerty on Newsmax on all major cable systems. President Trump says he watches Newsmax all the time. You should too. So download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone and sign up for Newsmax Plus to watch us anytime, anywhere. Millions are making the switch to Newsmax because it's real news for real people.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Franny, living in South Florida means your garage door does more than just go up and down. It's your first line of defense, and it's a big part of your home's aesthetic.
Absolutely, Jason. That's why we trust Precision Garage Door Services. Whether it's squeaking, stuck, or you're just ready for a fresh new look, they've got your back.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Precision Garage Door Services does it all. Repairs, full replacements, custom doors, and even smart openers.
And the crew at Precision, they care about your safety. They are all background checked, in uniform, driving a Precision wrapped vehicle, and you even get a text with their photo before they arrive. Plus, their trucks are fully stocked, so most jobs get knocked out in one visit. Fast, reliable, and super professional.
Here in South Florida, we all know it's never too early to prep for hurricane season. Protecting your home starts with a strong garage door. So if yours is acting up or just needs an upgrade, head to flgaragedoor.com. That's flgaragedoor.com. Why settle for better when you can have the best?
What the Florida is brought to you by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather Injury Lawyers.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl, we will see periods of rain and periods of dry weather through the remainder of the day. Once we get to about mid-afternoon, that's when we're starting to see some more storms pop up because of those periods of dry, allowing for a little bit of warming. So just stay weather aware through the rest of this day and this evening.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you want the lowest price. With their lowest price guarantee, if you find a qualifying lower price on the same item, they'll match it. Price match applies to the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how they'll match price at Lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Get ready as iHeartRadio teams up with the ultimate countdown king.
It's Rick Dees, and here's this week's number one hit.
iHeartRadio and the Rick Dees Weekly Top 40 with 2 exclusive channels.
Catch this week's biggest hits as we count down to number one.
Listen to this week's biggest songs with Rick Dees and the Weekly Top 40.
Then you can hear all of my legendary countdowns from way back, all commercial free.
It's the soundtrack of your life.
Search me, Rick Dees, on your free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Medical marijuana made easy. Get approved for your card today at mmjhealth.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
See you next Tuesday, bitch.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's Frances. She's not with us today, but thanks for playing a drop. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Grand in your hand. It's your chance to win $1,000. You get the keyword every hour from our boy Rover. Make it happen. You have 13 shots to score a grand every weekday. Get the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just enter it in realradio921.com.
And G-Man, you know what the keyword was this hour?
Mud.
Money, because you got a ton of it in your pocket.
I do not. That's a joke. Get out of here. I got $47 on me. It is the Greek. It is Dominic. Let's do a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Today's show will be called Greek's Friends, by the way. Trifecta. Panthers win last night, 2-0, so it's tied 2-2. We go back to Toronto on Wednesday, and you can hear that on Real Radio 921 and 101.7. We are the home of the Panthers. In the NBA tonight, you got the Knicks at the Garden. The Knicks at the Garden taking on the B Celtics.
How much are those tickets?
Oh, they're a lot.
I know Saturday was a lot, but...
Oh, yeah, they were huge. Probably as much as my wake. They'll be up there, 3,000, 3,500 for upstairs. I would say mid-level. But I think Boston beats them tonight. We'll see. Minnesota against the Warriors. I think Minnesota does what they have to do against the Warriors. Last night, the Cavs got crushed by the Pacers. I've never seen games where teams are down 30 and 40 points in the playoffs.
By the halftime?
Yeah, crazy.
By halftime?
Yeah, they scored 80 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
I think they set a record for halftime points. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
I know the other night Oklahoma City had 78.
Yep, I think that was a record 80.
Yeah, and they got 80, which is unbelievable. So Minnesota Warriors tonight, I think Minnesota's got too much for them. Yankees win yesterday, but the story with the Yankees is Judge. He is on fire, batting .409, 14 diggers, 39 home runs. Unbelievable what he's doing. Mets also won yesterday over the Cubs, but the Marlins got beat in Chicago. And tonight is the NBA Draft Lottery. We see where the teams go as far as selection for the draft in June. Greek's Trifecta, sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach and the Cove Shopping Plaza. Also, Dubai Chocolate. Stop by there and have some. I had some yesterday. It's great. Great latte. Pollard, you'll love it. Breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner. Stop in there. You'll always have a good time and enjoy the meal. Dom, who do we have on hold?
We have Riggs on the phone.
Riggs, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, buddy. What's going on?
Not much. I was listening here in and out. I heard Brian Madon. So
yeah.
I wanted to check in last segment, but we ran out of time because I called in a little late.
Yeah, Mud's a good man. Good man. Very funny. And a different type of guy. Very, totally different than my side, but we've always gotten along, Mud and I.
Yeah.
And he's entertaining, and he intrigues me. If somebody's on the show, they intrigue me. If not, they're not on.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously believes in the multiverse based on his commentary about the current state of U.S. and world affairs.
Yes.
He must live in his own universe. But hey, that's his.
Everybody's different.
I respect that. Everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody sees everything different. I said this the other night about something. It could be relationships. It could be watching a game. You hear somebody talk about a game. If you ever want to hear like game things, is like you could hear, say the Giants are playing the Eagles. You hear the Giant announcers and you hear the Eagles announcers, and it's two different things, and they're explaining the same game. And that's what I feel with politics, with life. Like when you hear that, I'm not a political guy at all. I don't care who's in office. It doesn't matter to me personally. But I don't poo on anybody who wants to talk about it or has a passion for it, like anything else. I only worry about the stuff that enter my world.
That we can control. Totally agree. Like the only thing is I was listening to him, and then he was saying something, so I'm like, really? And then I went to look it up, and it's like the opposite of what he's saying. It's like,
Everybody's different. Like I said. It's like a game. Like I said, you listen to the game tonight. You listen to the Celtic Nick game. You know, Tatum will hit a shot. The Celtic guy goes, Tatum, nice shot. The Nick announcer go, how did he did that? What luck? He's going to pull a Rolex out next. It's the same game, same shot. It's just life.
Like Dr. Rich used to say from the Love Doctors, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yes.
And that is a really good saying in my opinion.
What else is going on?
Not much. Coming back from a strong weekend, coming out of a strong weekend here, Mother's Day.
Yeah, that was nice. What'd you do special for her?
Well, it actually coincided with my birthday as well.
Oh, God bless. Happy birthday, Riggs.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the text, Greek. I appreciate it. I appreciate thinking of me.
I usually charge for text messages except for birthdays.
Yeah.
I waive it on birthdays. So you won't get an invoice for that. I already called my accountant this morning. He goes, a lot of text messages over the weekend. How come this one guy got a free one in Cincinnati? I said, it's his birthday. He goes, okay.
When I got the text, I figured the check cleared. Nice about that. No, we had a nice day. I woke up. I got everything ready. We took the most important woman in our lives, for me and my kids, out to a picnic.
Nice.
I found this really cool kind of lake, pond. It took a little bit of getting to, so there was a little bit of walking. But once we got there, it was just us. So we set up a nice picnic. Went fishing with the kids while she was reading a book, which that's what she asked for. And
nice.
This time, and we got a Publix here, Greek. Everybody is
really
for the pub subs. Right in the middle of my kind of golf community here. They plopped one in right there, and I mean it's pimped out. It's such a nice Publix. They got a hot bar, a pizza bar, wings bar, burrito bar. You can even go in there, get a freshly brewed or pulled coffee or a smoothie. They have
do they have a bar?
Like alcohol bar. Yeah,
Yep.
bar. Like they had like 10 pours, 10 different beers, all locally sourced. So
nice.
You can get a beer, like a 16 ounces for $5 and walk around while sipping on your beer. There's some risk to that because you end up buying way more than you probably went in there expecting.
Yeah, it's like Vegas.
But it's nice.
They're giving you drinks. Yeah. It works on everybody because you get relaxed. It's like when you see something that's you buy one, get one free, you end up buying those. And there's a study like 71% of people who buy those don't buy that product usually, but they see it and they buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what was happening. Like people are chatting because they don't have those social inhibitions anymore. Like that booze kind of lets them gets their barrier down a bit. So all that to say, I got 2 Publix subs, an order of fried chicken. So I made an impromptu picnic out of it, and we sat there and we just had a nice early part of the day. Then we got back here, and where we live, my neighbor next door, Greek, believe it or not, the guy has got 10 kids.
Oh my God, Tariq Hill.
Yeah. 8 boys, 2 girls, and all the boys. Like one of the guys is so good, like so athletic, he got a full ride scholarship at the Navy Academy for football.
Wow.
And they do this volleyball session whenever they get together for their mothers. So my brother was visiting over for my birthday, and we went and played some volleyball with them, and it was really exciting. I enjoy volleyball. It's my thing. And we had some nice volleyball, played some soccer at the end of the day. And I got back, and I had a huge steak waiting for me.
Wow!
I was originally going to go to Jeff Ruby's, but that fell by the. We had to change that plan, and we just grilled some steaks and hung out.
So it worked out well.
Very blessed, Greek. I count my blessings.
Yeah, and it sounds like you are a guy who does, and a lot of people don't do that enough. You know, they talk about that, have gratitude to your life. You see a lot of, I read a lot of articles about, like, at night, write down 3 good things that happened. So, that happened.
Last night.
So you have the 3.
We're sitting there having a steak. We're having like a nice glass of wine, and the kids were not drinking wine. They were just hanging out. It was the 4 of us on the patio. And I was looking at it. I'm like, this is like probably the best moment of my life. And it was so simple, but it was just like really, really, really good. Like it hit all the points. Family, good food, nice house.
See, you got all those stable. A good night in my life is when a girl leaves in the morning and says, Greek, this one's on the arm.
It's like, hey, this is on point. You got enough points here.
Yeah.
This is on the house.
I had a great time last night. I look around the room. I'm like, did somebody sneak in? That's what I always think, like I fell asleep and somebody else came in, but she's still there in the morning. And I'm like, wow, what the hell happened? I mean, that's a good night. That's when you look at it and say, yeah, that wasn't bad.
Greek, do you have a girl ever come over and she's like, oh, I just want to go to sleep. I'm just looking for a place to crash. No, nothing else involved. And then just spend the night that way?
I don't think they would say, like, I just want to sleep. They might say, like, I just want to relax and watch TV.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't think they're not homeless and they're looking for a place to shack up. They might be. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Because, like, me, it rolls. If you want to, you know what? If you want to play tennis, fine. If you don't, I have my racket. If you need me, call me. No pressure.
What if Dom showed up and is like, Greek, I just need a place to hang out for the day. Like, let me use your patio, hang out there for a little.
No problem, 100%. I would give it to him, and if he didn't want to stay, I'd give him money to go get a hotel.
Thanks, Steve.
That's cool.
No, I'm like that. I mean, believe me, I had one of my exes show up at my house, and Franny knew it too, and knows her about a month ago, and she was just knocked on my door. I had no idea she was around. And she was, I don't even know how the hell she found me, but she did. And she crashed with me a couple nights, and she was going through a tough time. And I was like, yeah, just crash, and that's it. And I stayed on the couch. She stayed in the bedroom. I go, you stay in the bedroom, I'll stay in the couch. And that was it.
That's what I like about you, Greek. You're raised in the new world, but you respect the old world traditions. Like that's coming from your parents, That
I respect everybody. I don't, you know what I mean. I'm not that guy. If I can help somebody, I will. I mean, I always try to do my best every day. I think we all try our best to do every day, but it is what it is. I mean, life's got ups and downs. I have a lot of friends and a lot of girls I'm friends with over the years that I've dated, and it doesn't ever work out. We've talked about this, like where 2 people wake up and go, "Hey, we had a good run." It doesn't work that. It's not Paramount Lot 6. Somebody always gets the short end of the stick. And I think it's better to be friends with somebody than to be enemies. I don't want to be like that. And even a couple situations where I did get the short end of the stick, and I was still the bigger person. I was like, you know what? Life's short. I'm the Greek. You're not. Peace. What is it going to do? Yeah. I mean, it's not going to, it's not going to make anything better. But, yeah, I mean, and when people want to play ball and people don't, you could always tell.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty. I did lose my credit card last week. Dom's a little concerned to some girl, but she's had it 6 days and not used it, so we're hoping it works out well.
I mean, I would just cancel it. No,
I can't. It's intriguing.
No, he's trying to get her to buy something so he can be like, oh, so now we're gonna go out to dinner.
That's like rear-ending some hot girl so you can get her number. That's like a self-defeating kind of approach there, Greek.
I was in Boca one night recently, and some woman hit me. No, I hit her. I just tapped her a second at the light, and she gets out, and I looked up at God, and I went, wow, this is unbelievable. Like, she was a dime piece. And I was like looking at her. And you're thinking the whole time, should I say something? Should I not say something? So she goes, can we go over there in the parking lot? She goes, so we can exchange our stuff? I'm like, yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah.
So we pull over. We go down there. She gets out. She's talking to me. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, shooter's got to shoot. I got to take my shot. You know what I mean?
You want to get one shot.
This is it. So she looked at her car, and she bends over to see the bumper, and she goes, I don't really see, like, there's much damage. I said, well, it looks like you can do some damage, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm going to take your number. This is at the very end. She goes, just to be on the safe side, but I don't think it's anything. I wasn't even going 3 miles an hour, right? So as I give her my number, she goes, only because my husband, he's got he bothers me with all this stuff. She didn't have a ring on or anything like that. I said, well, your husband's a very lucky gentleman. Tell him that tonight.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, thank you, sweetie. She goes, do you ever, like, detail cars or anything? I said, no. How about clean pools?
Yeah. You should have been like, do you know who I am?
It happens.
You have to say that.
No, I didn't go there. But it was like when I hit her and she got out, it's like when you sit on a plane and guys don't want to admit it. Guys always hope a pretty girl sits next to them on a plane. They're walking down.
Sure.
Yeah, and you're sitting there like aisle 13. I had one last time I went to go see my mom. I missed her when she got off the plane, and I tried to get her off the plane. Now, I don't carry a bag. I carry like just a carry-on. So she had a big bag, and when she walked out, she said to me, can you help me put this in my car? And I was looking for this girl for a while, and I said, yeah, sure. And I put it in her car, and then that was it. It was so quick, like, you know what I mean? Like, there was 2 minutes. Like, what the hell can you say in 2 minutes? But I should have definitely took my shot there. Or I should have ran away with her luggage.
Well, you know what it is, Greek? Like, I think about those interactions as well, and then I think I'm like gonna have something ready, and then when time comes, I'm like you in the parking lot, like thinking about a bunch of things to say in my mind, but it never comes out when I'm not like under pressure.
Well, you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. That's the way I look at it. I think the universe puts people in our lives every day, and sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I dodged the 6-figure mistake.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. It's like, that was a nice thing to avoid.
Yeah, like my dad always said, rest his soul, he goes, we can't blame drinking and drugs with you. It's just you. He goes, that's the scary thing. He goes, because if you drank or did drugs, then we could be like, he was banged up. We can see it. He goes, there's none of that with you. He goes, it's just bad. And I'm like, I know, but it's fun. It happens.
I know he's teasing you, bro. I'm sure he was proud of you, and I mean, just a test. I don't know your brother, but it's a testament to your parents on the fine job they did raising you guys. Like, you don't turn out like you without somebody taking time of their.
No, I was blessed. I was blessed. I've always been blessed. I had great parents. My parents were divorced, but they got along. I had a very nice upbringing, and he gave me a great work ethic. But, other problems happen. Like he always said, it was tougher to be a parent to you after you were 21 than before you were 21. And my brother's a saint. He's been married 25 years. He's a therapist. He's never had problems. Yeah, me, forget about it.
I'm thinking anytime somebody says that they have a judgment on your life after 21, that means that they love you because they don't have to take advantage or take time to consider your life. If you're too big of a problem, they'll be like, hey man, I got you to adulthood, good riddance.
They were never like that, and I'm never like that. I was never like that with them. I took care of my dad the last 6 years of his life. My mom I take care of.
And Greek, I've been hearing you that, and I lost my father to lung cancer, and I saw what an end of life kind of transition looks like.
It's tough,
and that's not an easy thing, man. That takes a toll on everybody. So anybody says like I was there for, no, you were there. Like that's you can't shake that from. They can be dead 20 years if you want. You'll remember those emotions for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it helps. I mean, again, you remember them. For your family, there should be no chalkboard. I mean, I believe that family's first. It's the most important thing. And you're a father, and that's a great honor. I never had that honor to be a father. Stepkids here and there, but that I know of. But, I respect all that because I think you're a good man, and that's why I enjoy your conversations and your calls all the time.
Go Bengals.
Go Bengals, baby. Joe Burrow's cute. He bangs some hot chicks, so he's got my vote. I'll take him the first week.
Hell yeah.
All right, keep in touch, Riggs. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Dom, good effort today, buddy. Keep trying.
He's busting his ass today. Don't forget, Panthers Wednesday night. If you get an opportunity, you're going to hear them on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Your chance for $1,000 in your hand. That's coming up for you, where you get $1,000. That's right. Get the keyword from our boy Rover. Also, with the preset, it's pretty simple. We're willing to bribe you. And you know me. If you're bribing me, I'm there.
Ooh.
Cash is king. Make Real Radio 921 your first preset. Take a screen grab of it. And then, guess what? Upload it to realradio921.com/preset, and you get a chance to score tickets. That's right. Tickets right now to the Who. So make sure you guys pay attention and listen. Make us your number one preset.
And if you want to win meals for a month, you can enter at Real Radio 921/meals to win meals for a month from Ideal Nutrition. I know Franny gets these meals and enjoys them every day. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sign up at realradio921.com right now and enter your chance to win meals for a whole month.
Dom, great show as always. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to Real Radio today, 92.1, 101.7. We'll be back tomorrow. Great. Thanks for all your help, brother.
No problem, man.
Peace.
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Bo Boston. Knicks.
Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Our Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are roaring through the playoffs. Now facing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2. The quest for a repeat is heating up, and Real Radio is your ultimate destination for all the action. It's heart-pounding playoff hockey, and we're bringing you every thrilling moment. Tune in for every goal, every check, every fight, every face-off, and every victory. Can't get to a radio? Stream Real Radio.